35.
Check one, check one.
We're on YouTube. We're ready to roll.
Do you have anybody on the sideline today?
No, we're all up in the booth tonight. So
Sounds good. Thank you.
all right. All right, let me put this to. All right, so I can mute one. You are in. Which one are you in, Gene? 4? All right, so 1. Talk to me. That sound better coming back in your headset?
Yeah, from your standpoint.
Okay.
I can't hear myself, though.
Talk.
All right, nothing. I can hear you.
Put that mic right in front of you as far just bending in there tight. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, you sound good to me. There you go.
I can hear it.
Yep. Closer to your mouth it is, the better off it'll be.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm good now.
All right, so we got 1 mute.
Yeah.
So I have to mute 1, 4, 2 every time we go to commercial. All right. So 1, 4, 2 are live now. We're good to go.
Yep.
What is going on? Oh, we're getting fogged over inside.
Now it's like an oven in here.
Yeah.
Turn on right above Yo's head. Turn that thing on a little bit.
I can't even see now.
To the right. Yeah, turn down like 70.
That guy's such a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. And did we ever hear anything about our center?
1 game.
Yep.
2 games?
1.
It was 2.
Yeah, it's
So
down to just tonight.
All right, ready to roll?
Hey, cut out. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to Joe Canan Field at Hawkins Stadium tonight. The region semifinal game between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Immokalee Indians. The Hurricanes come into tonight's game after a win last week, 55-26. Canes on a roll coming into tonight's game. I'll be joined up here all night long with Chad Choate, Gene Brown, and gentlemen, let's just talk about last week. A great game. The Hurricanes, first half, give up 26. The defense shut them out in the second half. Can we rebound and do the same thing again tonight?
Yeah, I think one of the things that in the podcast, talking with Coach Green, was I think the defense was upset in the way they played in that first half last week. That wasn't the standard that we've set throughout the season, and I think they're ready to rebound from that. And, of course, in the second half, we skunked them. They didn't score anything. But I think they're ready to be able to prove that, look, that was an anomaly. That was not normal to give up 26 points in that first half. And I think we're going to see a little bit different of a mentality from the defense.
Gene, you got to love what they did offensively. We scored a lot of points. Both teams had big plays early on, but I like what we did. Andrew Heidel, 340 yards through the air. Great night for him.
Yeah, and I think when you talk about it, when you come out and we have an offense that's scored pretty easily all year, had some running clocks during the year, but then all of a sudden it's a tight game. And we'd score, they'd score, go back and forth. But when you have 21 days off without any football, when you have all the Hurricanes, you have all the unique stuff, and if you really think about it, over about a 5 or 6 week span, I think we played 1-2 games, and even though we're more of a mature team, it still hurts you when you don't get out there every Friday night and play.
No, I agree. You take 21 days off. We did it twice. We took 10 days off, 18 days off, then 21 days off, and suddenly you're back in play. And they did a good job. They had to get, honestly, knock a little bit of rust off, right? So you knock the rust off, and you make things happen. So we'll talk more about this game. Manatee, again, the final team standing in Manatee County. We'll talk about other teams in Sarasota County as well as we continue through the Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Quarterfinal or Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer. AJ, I got no return coming back. There we go. We're good.
Emergency talks Tuesday after Russia attacked the central city with a hypersonic ballistic missile that escalated the nearly 33-month-old war. Ukraine's parliament canceled the session Friday over the security threat. In a stark warning to the West, President Vladimir Putin said in a nationally televised speech Thursday that the attack with the intermediate-range Oreshnik missile was retaliation for Kyiv's use of U.S. and British longer-range missiles capable of striking deeper into Russian territory. Daniel Penny has chosen not to testify at his trial in the death of an agitated man he choked on a subway train. Defense lawyers rested their case Friday in the closely watched manslaughter case concerning the death of Jordan Neely. Closing arguments are expected after Thanksgiving. More details at srnnews.com.
If you want a company that treats you and your family right, then you must be in Conley Country. Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton is the proud recipient of GMC's Dealer of the Year Award. This rare designation recognizes Conley Buick GMC for over 60 years of exceptional service. So experience the difference for yourself today. Tons of inventory, fair pricing, friendly service. GMC's Dealer of the Year, Conley Buick GMC. We are professional grade on Cortez Road West in Bradenton and at ConleyBuickGMC.com. Welcome to Conley Country.
Coastal Orthopedics proudly supports Manatee High School and Hurricanes football. Dr. Dan Lamar, a former Hurricane, is the team's medical director. Dr. Lamar and the staff of experts at Coastal Orthopedics are recognized leaders in sports medicine and wellness technology. With offices in West Bradenton, East Bradenton, and Lakewood Ranch, they're always close by. Details online at coastalorthopedics.com. Coastalorthopedics.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you in the game.
Accidents happen every day, and no one expects that it's going to happen to them until it does. That's when your whole life can turn upside down. If you find yourself in that position, either from a personal injury or an on-the-job injury, you don't have to go it alone. Protect yourself with the team that's been protecting the rights of the injured in Bradenton and Sarasota for over 30 years. Legler, Murphy, and Battaglia. All injuries all the time. Contact them today by going to allinjurieslaw.com. That's allinjurieslaw.com.
Journey with me, Larry Elder, along with Mike Gallagher, Dennis Prager, and special guests Jennifer Horn and Joe Piscopo on the Patriots Alaska Cruise in August 2025. It's an incredible opportunity to engage with us and other Patriots on an epic 7-day journey. Witness the untouched wilderness of Alaska while discussing America's future and role in the world. You must reserve through us to have access to all our events. Call 855-565-5519 or book online at travelwithsalem.com. That's travelwithsalem.com.
Buy professional-grade AC air filters direct with free shipping. Visit actoday-fl.com/shop.
Clear and quite cool tonight, the low of 49. We'll get plenty of sunshine Saturday, but another cool day with the high of 68. On Sunday, pleasant with plenty of sun, the high up to 72. Very nice Monday with another sunny afternoon, a high of 76. Gorgeous Tuesday, the high up to 80. I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina. That's your exclusive AccuWeather forecast on AM 930, The Answer.
Back here with the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff. Danny Carter, Chad Choate, Gene Brown, and the region semifinal game between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Immokalee Indians. Immokalee coming in here at 11-1 on the season. And, guys, I think you got to look at what's going on in this football game. That's one. Let's look to the future. One of these teams is going to play somebody down south coming up. It's either going to be Fort Myers or it's going to be Riverdale.
Well, the interesting thing about Riverdale, Fort Myers, in North Fort Myers, who lost in the first round, even Immokalee, they're all kind of play each other, and they're all kind of the same team, to be honest. When you start looking at the records and who they played and the common opponents, you know, I think Riverdale, Fort Myers, the reason why I'm going to go Fort Myers is because it's home. Fort Myers is a great place to play. You know, we played there back in 2007, I think it was, and we lost to Cape Coral in the second round. Fort Myers, it's a formidable play. So I'm going to say Fort Myers in that victory against Riverdale. What I think is interesting is going to be Edgewater, Tampa Tech in Region 2. They play tonight. I think Lakeland beats Gaither. But then up north too, you've got those teams playing. Mosley with a shocking loss against Fleming Island. Fleming Island's going to come over to Lincoln, and Niceville I think is going to beat Point Vedra. But some interesting games going around 5A, no doubt.
I know we talked about it earlier tonight when you and I was just sitting around chit-chatting about it. Fleming Island might put on more miles than any school if they win this week. Niceville wins.
Correct. If they went to Mosley, which is about halfway between Tallahassee and Niceville, they won. They're going to come back to Lincoln. If they win, they got to go back to Niceville, back to back. So those are long trips that Fleming Island may have to make, which I don't envy that at all.
Gene, you've seen a lot of games. You get to this point in the season, and we've been here before too. You're the favorite team to win, and you just can't have a letdown.
Well, every team is good, and when you look at going through it, sometimes that one break, that one little bounce of the ball. One of the things that Manatee has always been probably the favorite at is we don't have many kids that go both ways. You play a team like this, it's over the year 10-1, they're good, but they start to wear down, and that's going to be important. And like we talked earlier, our defense gave up a lot of first half points, none in the second half last week. And that's happened a lot during the year when we give up a few and then none. We've got to play defense tonight and then, let the offense do what it needs to do to get ahead and then, really shut out and not let the big play hurt you.
Yeah, we'll talk about both teams a little bit more and get more in depth as far as offense, defense, what each team does as we move along in the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff. And we will also talk about other area teams down south of us playing in Sarasota County. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
Go Canes! Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory wish Manatee High School the best of luck this season. Brown & Sons have been your Manatee Manatee neighbor for half a century with 3 generations of service and caring professionals to guide your family through these difficult times. Featuring Trust 100 pre-planning to handle all your local and long-distance needs. Celebrate the game of football, but when the game of life must end, depend on Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory to serve you. Online at brownandsonsfuneral.com.
Manatee Memorial Hospital is available 24/7 with high-quality treatment in our expanded emergency care center. As an accredited chest pain center by the American College of Cardiology and with a comprehensive stroke certification from Healthcare Facilities Accreditation Program, our caring team will be ready when you arrive. Remember, if you experience symptoms of a possible heart attack or stroke, quickly call 911. Visit manateememorial.com for more information.
Welcome to the Cortez Kitchen, your go-to spot for fresh seafood right in the heart of Cortez on the water. Cortez Kitchen was recently reopened under new management, but with the old Florida feel and flavors you love. Enjoy live music, cold drinks, and the best seafood in town, where great food meets good vibes. If you're craving fresh seafood and a waterfront view, get to Cortez Kitchen on 119th Street next to Swordfish Grill, where every meal is a catch of the day.
The Fleet Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-429-3200. That's 800-429-3200.
Welcome back to the Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff. Danny Carter, Chad Chubb, Gene Brown bringing you all the action tonight. The Hurricanes coming into tonight's game in the region semifinal against the Immokalee Indians. And before we talk about our two teams in tonight's game, let's look down south in Sarasota County.
Yep.
There's 3 teams still alive down there.
Yeah, no. First one's Venice. Venice playing Newsom at home. I don't foresee that being an issue for Venice. I think Venice probably has a great route to, if you look at their bracket, look at their region, they have a really good chance to go to the state championship and probably play a team down south from Miami, Columbus, maybe something like that. They have a really good chance to succeed and maybe win the state championship.
100% agree, Gene.
Yeah, and I think, Venice has been on that roll the last several years. And one thing that's impressive about Venice over the years, they don't shy away from any tough games. And, and sometimes it's not about the record, it's about the teams you play. And we saw that this year with us, but I think Venice rolls.
Yeah, moving on to the next one, 3A. Class 3A is Booker. I think Booker is they're playing the Nature Coast Tech, which actually upset Mulberry as the 6th seed. And I think Booker rolls on that. They're home. But next week will be interesting. They play the winner between Jefferson and Boca Ciega. I think Jefferson probably wins that, and Jefferson is the number 1 seed, so Booker will have to go to Tampa Jefferson. Not far of a travel, but I think that's going to be where I think Booker kind of comes up to a competition of their level. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, and I think Booker, again, they've been rolling with some different players coming in from out of their school district at times with the way the things can transfer. I think that game will be close at first, but then I think they'll pull away.
Yeah, and lastly, I think Carnamooney. Carnamooney is number 1 seed in their region. They play Kings Academy, who end up beating Culver Christian. I think Carnamooney wins Kings Academy, but I think they're probably running clock, to be quite honest with you. The next week, they got to play the winner of Lakewood and Bishop Rowe. Bishop Rowe is very good. I think Carnamooney actually played them early in the year, maybe beat them or not. I think next week will be a bigger competition for Mooney, but Mooney's been a team being the Catholic school and the private school, picking up on some of the voucher stuff and getting some guys. I know they got a couple guys from Palmetto and things like that. And I think Carnamooney's got a good chance to repeat, but they'll run against a good team against Bishop Rowe next week.
Yeah, I agree. Cardinal Mooney, over the last couple of years has really turned things around from what they were a few years back, and they're starting to basically just be the power in that class and really keep it going. I think they win again tonight.
I think as you look at all the classes, though, to be honest with you, I think 5A is probably the deepest. I mean, you look at like traditional powers, Lakeland, St. Thomas, Edgewater, Tempe Tech's been very good, Niceville, Lincoln. I mean, you start adding in all those teams, I think 5A is definitely the most prestigious class, and obviously year to year it changes. But I think 5A is probably one of the toughest classifications there are in the state.
I agree with you 100%. I think it's the biggest battle is in 5A. I think the rest of the classifications I think the top seeds are the top seeds, and I think you'll see them at the end of the day when it gets down to the state championship, at least into the semifinals, into the finals. So I agree with you 100%. So, listen, we'll take a timeout. We get back, I'm going to have a chance to catch up with head coach Jaquez Green. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
Perkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and Mitsubishi in Bradenton is proud to be a sponsor of Manatee Hurricanes football. At the award-winning Perkins Auto Group, you'll get a championship deal on a big selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. And you can browse hundreds right now at Perkins.com. For over 65 years, Perkins has been family-owned and operated with sales and service that can't be beat. Go Hurricanes from Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and Mitsubishi in the 2700 block of First Street in Bradenton.
Former Hurricane Chuck Howard knows what it takes to be on a championship team. Howard Leasing is proud to sponsor the Hurricanes and is ready to champion solutions for your employees' leasing needs. Everything from big business to small business, Howard Leasing covers it all. From payroll processing and workers' comp to human resources and employee benefits. Get on the winning team with Chuck Howard and all the pros at Howard Leasing. Details available online at howardleasing.com. Again, that's howardleasing.com.
First Southern Bank is proud to be the banking partner for Manatee Hurricane football because they're a true community bank that understands the importance of supporting the neighborhoods they're proud to serve. Conveniently located at 1825 Manatee Avenue West. You can also find out more about First Southern Bank by visiting their website, fsb-bank.bank. Once again, that's fsb-bank.bank. Let them know you heard about them through Manatee football. Experience for yourself. First Southern Bank difference. And go Canes.
Member FDIC insured.
Kind of envisioning like a Big 12 game. This thing was going to be a shootout, and in the second half, the defense stepped up and threw a shutout, and the offense continued their ways. But it was just a game. What did you do differently at halftime to make the adjustment on the defensive side?
Well, we didn't bring pressure as much. They was trying to they was anticipating us bringing pressure and trying to screen us and do things to get us out of our run fits and what have you. I thought they had a good game plan, considering they had played us early in the year. I thought they had a good game plan. We stopped, pressuring as much and just let the guys sit back and read their keys, and we pitched the shit out in the second half.
Yeah, last week Andrew Heidel was 14 of 20, 304 yards, 4 touchdowns, connected 3 times on touchdowns. And Jalen Bryant had a huge night of 6 receptions, 191 yards, and 3 TDs. Now, what a huge night! Some great throws by Andrew, but also just a great concentration on the end of Jalen Bryant and turning in some big plays.
We got some good receivers, man. You can't really key on one particular guy. Some nights it be Torrey Big, some nights it's Jalen Big. Some nights AJ comes up big, and he also got to worry about Keyshawn running the football. So Andrew just does a good job of spreading the ball out to different guys. Each one of those guys catch the football when their numbers call.
Yeah, I thought something that was kind of impressive to me was Torrey Gilly last week on a big, I believe it was close to 74, 75-yard touchdown reception, which it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. And just the acceleration, which I really haven't seen all year long, that acceleration, because most of the time he's catching the middle of the field and turning it into as a running back, as you mentioned. But what an impressive speed.
Torrey plays fast. That's the way he plays. Torrey probably as fast as the next person behind him trying to catch him. And that's the way he plays. But it was 30 seconds on the clock, I think, and we were thinking about whether taking in at halftime or try something. So I said, let's try something safe. I know Torrey can make a bunch of people miss. I didn't think he'll score a touchdown with it, but I knew he could probably make a big play to give us decent field position to give us a shot into the end zone. And not only did he make a great play, but the lineman got out in front and made some key blocks for him to get on the second level and make some guys miss.
Keyshawn Smith, over 160 yards rushing last week, and at one point during the game, I looked at Chad and I said, hey, where's he at? Because he's at 105, and I'm going, it's a quiet 105. And honestly, I thought it was a very quiet 160 yards, not the big explosive play. He was grinding things out.
He was just grounding it, man. He was getting 3 or 4 yards per carry, then he'll pop an 8-yard one, then he came close 4 or 5 times, like 18, 19-yard carries, and he's the type of guy you keep giving him the ball. Eventually, somebody gonna miss a tackle on the back end, and he gonna go to the house. But he ran tough, and that's the thing he does for a smaller back. He'll get his pass down, and he's doing a better job of getting the 4 or 5 yard runs, and not just looking for the big runs all the time.
Yeah, one of the biggest nights we've had offensively all year, 559 total yards. Defensively, 5 sacks, 9 hurries. Had been just overall from the second half with the defense and overall offensively, very impressive evening.
Yeah, it was a good night. We had a chance to score a lot more points and pile up a lot more yards because defense gave us more points than they usually give up. We usually have a running clock, so we can't be out there much in the second half, and that wasn't the case Friday night. But the kids did a great job. I thought we responded well for being off 20-some days, and we went up and down the field. I thought the defense suffered more, the special team suffered more with the layoff. So I didn't think we tackled well Friday night. I didn't think we was on our keys as well. I didn't think we covered kicks as well as we covered kicks all season.
But you say that, let me talk about Immokalee and and what they're going to bring to the table. But before we get there, let me ask you about, you say, tackling wasn't well. How was practice this week in terms of that side of the football?
It was a lot better. We worked on that a lot more than we have. The thing that was the difference is we got a chance to get live reps last weekend. It's hard to get live reps on special teams in practice. So we did some personnel things, and we did a lot of live reps and worked on getting down the field and making sure we was in our cover line. I think one of the big returns last week happened when one of our guys got in the lane and another guy fell down in the lane. It was crazy. He was cold. So,
right.
And we also have our better kicker back this year. I think he can put it further down in the corner. He can also kick touchdowns.
Yeah, that'll be big. We're taking on the Immokalee Indians tonight, coming in 10-1 last week, defeating Cape Coral 26-19. Have up an open drop down out of the gate after an really it was just a pooch kick that they didn't cover up. Cape Coral got it. They went in and scored, took the lead 7-0. But Immokalee, a pretty good football team. They'll come in averaging 425 yards a game, scoring 42 points a game and giving up 23. They do have some very talented players on the offensive side of the football. Quarterback Chris Criminal, he's thrown for 1,300 yards, and then you got the 2 backs in Jaden Nixon and Jonte Hyatt. So both of those guys total over 2,700 yards, almost 2,800 yards rushing.
Yeah, a heavy run team. They're a pro football team. Those kids are from the community down in Immokalee, so they play the way the guys are raised down there. Early in the year, I watched them, and they were more of a spread type team. And I think over time, the coach was like, no, let's just get guys in the box, run downhill, and we do best. And that made them. Right now, I think they're 10-1 or 11-1. So they're gonna run the football. We know they're gonna run the football, so we got to stop the run. We got to be on our run fit. We can't go sleep back to back. They run a lot of misdirection off of their runs, and we also can't go sleep in secondary because at times you start looking in the backfield at runs, and it hit you with a play action. What they're doing is really a wing T team. They're looking like a modern wing T type offense.
Well, when and I look at watching film, and the quarterback, he's one of the guys that you kind of look at in the high school level now across the board. A guy that can actually pull it down and run, kind of like you always use like a Lamar Jackson. It's hard to compare guys with somebody at that level, but those are the kind of guys you're looking for. The same kind of guys that you see in the college game each and every week. So you got to account for him. He basically becomes a runner as well. So, and I notice they really don't like to throw the football much.
They don't like to throw the football. So our job is we got to get out in front of those guys and make them have to do some things they're not comfortable with. The best thing we can do is make sure they're not in third and short all game where they can stay in their offense. So We got to get ahead of the sticks on first down and make the guys have second and long. And the most important thing, we got to tackle. Number 7 is big back. He's probably 200 pounds at least. The other guy's about 185. So we know what we're getting. We're going to get a heavy run game. So we have to play with our big boy pads on and tackle the ball carrier.
I think on paper that kind of a heavy run game kind of plays into the strengths of what we have on defense in our front seven. But when you look at Immokalee, they offensively, that offensive line, a lot of them play on the defensive line as well. So maybe some wear and tear and really our guys on the defensive side leaning on them a little bit can kind of break them down and help our offense as well.
Yeah, they got quite a few guys going both ways. They have the defensive end and left tackle go both ways, the guard and tackle go both ways, the wide receiver and the safety go both ways. So hopefully we can use our depth to our advantage and lean those guys and make it a long game and try to wear those guys down as we go along.
Well, Coach, before y'all take the field tonight, final thoughts and things that what you would say to your team before they take the field.
The most physical team going to win the game tonight. We got to establish the run against those guys. We know those guys going to try to establish the run against us, so we have to tackle well and be on our keys and just play a physical ball game, make the game as physical and muddy as possible up front.
Coach, good luck tonight in this region semifinal. Hopefully we're together next week after Thanksgiving for the region final. Good luck. All righty. You just heard from head coach Jacques Green. We'll take a time at the 6-pit countdown to kickoff. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football, presented by Conley Buick GMC.
AJ.
Yes, sir.
Where are we at on the break right now?
We didn't hear anything coming back. Yeah, we didn't hear anything coming back.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing coming back. Hey, once this break 4 ends, can you just skip Brown and Sons and jump right to the disclaimer? Because we're going to be close to kickoff.
One more time.
Run the Conley, Coastal, and Bose Imaging, and then skip everything else, go right to the disclaimer. Both teams are coming out now, so we're getting close to kickoff. I may have to cut everything off. Just actually after this, can you get ready to run the disclaimer so we can do that. Welcome back to Joe Canal Field, Hawkins Stadium. I don't know.
You're good.
And even remove any tax liens. No matter how much you owe or how far behind you are on payments, call our established student aid toll-free assistance line right now at 800-390-2930. We can fix your student loan problems guaranteed. That's right, we guarantee we'll get your student loan out of default and cut your payments right away. Best of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Just call 800-390-2930. We've helped thousands of people just like you fix their student loans. Don't go another day with your loans behind or in default. Our specialists are waiting for your call. Call 800-390-2930. That's 800-390-2930. Again, 800-390-2930.
All right, we're coming back kickoff. Bring it back. Welcome back, Joe Canal Field, Hawkins Stadium for the region semifinal game. The Hurricanes will go back to receive to start things. The Hurricanes lost the coin toss. Immokalee won, deferred to the second half. The Immokalee will come out. They'll be kicking left to right. It'll be east to west. There'll be white helmets, white tops, white pants. Hurricanes in the red helmets, navy tops, and white pants. And back deep for the Hurricanes will be Keyshawn Smith along with Torrey Gilly. On to kick for Immokalee will be Levican Joseph. Wait for the official to put things into play here. We're waiting for the clock actually to wind all the way down to reset the clock back to the official start of the game. But the Hurricanes come into this football game going on offense first. It'll be Andrew Huddle bring his offense out after this kickoff, and the Canes averaging 344 yards per game. Immokalee averages 425 during the game as well. Chris German will be their quarterback. Jaden Mixon, Jonte Hyas in the backfield for them. The Hurricanes will start with Andrew Heidel at quarterback. Keyshawn Smith will be in the backfield behind him. Last week, Andrew Heidel with a tremendous week, 14 of 20, 340 yards, 4 touchdowns. And we'll see if he can match it again or at least do something extremely well and make things happen.
Yeah.
Offensively for the Hurricanes, a lot of excitement. I'm waiting to see what we do on this kickoff. They decide to pooch kick. Well, I've seen a couple of times in a lot of film by Immokalee.
It looks like we're moving some guys up.
Yeah.
A.J. Causey has kind of come up in this second level. Jalen Bryant over here on this side. You got Caden White as well on this other side.
Yep.
And
Keith
then you got
Smith on the far side, yes.
So, hey, if you're going to pooch it, you're going to pooch it to an athlete.
Absolutely. So we are waiting for the Whitehead to put things in place. He walks back to the goal line. He reaches back and signals in play, and we are about to get things underway here at Joe Canam Field at Hawkins Stadium for the region semifinal game, and we are underway with a short kick for an onside kick. It's loose, and Immokalee got it.
No,
nope,
they didn't.
still loose. The Hurricanes recovered it.
I think we pulled it away.
7 was all over it,
Wow.
and somehow we pulled it away, and the Canes will start 1st and 10. And, hey, what a surprise kick right there. Unfortunately,
no doubt.
For the Hurricanes, Caden White was the one that actually pulled it away at the end. But
who was the middle back right here around the 25-yard line. So great job for getting upfield. And, listen, hey, nobody really expected the onside kick. Kudos to Immokalee's head coach.
Well, that was Immokalee's back. Jonte Hyas was the guy that had the actual ball in his hand for a brief moment and then taken away. So Andrew Heidel will bring the offense onto the field. The Canes going right to left will start 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Keyshawn Smith set directly behind. He'll have 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Andrew in the gun, takes the snap, looks, fires quickly out. Jaden Bryant, and he'll be run out of bounds around close to the first down. He gets close to the 48. Let's see if he got 10. He's right close to it.
Right at it. Did they give it to him?
They do give him the first down. It'll be 10-yard pickup and a first down for the Hurricanes.
Listen, so Coach Green and I, we talked about this in the podcast. They put a lot of cover 4, shell, kind of the defensive backs for Immokalee. Want to give it to you up short. Don't want anything beat deep. I think we can take advantage of that.
Canes will go 2 receivers either side this time. Keyshawn offset to the left of Andrew to the hands off, fakes it inside to across the middle. It's going to be caught. Torrey Gilly, and he's going to get down around the 35-yard line, a 13-yard pickup and a first down for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, the 2 good passes there from Andrew Heidel, which last week kind of came off a little bit rusty, didn't complete that many passes in his first about 7 or 8 passes. Great job from Andrew Heidel, putting it right where the money is.
1st and 10, Canes opening drive. And stopped your play on the field.
Is that Causey or Gilly on that reception?
That was Gilly.
Gilly?
Torrey Gilly. 1st and 10 at the Immokalee 35-yard line. Hurricanes opening drive of the game. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Keyshawn Smith offset to the right of quarterback Andrew Heidel.
Oh, we moved.
False start to back him up.
Defensive lineman kind of moved a little bit and called Morgan to kind of just flinch just a little bit. And I was about to say, it looks like they're playing a 3-man front, but that wide side end on the our side is really, really, really wide, almost like a 9 technique, which we may take advantage of in the run game here.
At front 5 for the Hurricanes, Derek Morgan, Eddie Clark, Aiden Clark, Paleossi Masili, and Kenny Pevinger, the offensive line for the Hurricanes. This time he'll throw it out in the flat. Torrey Gilly across the 40 to 35. Fires forward. He's still on his feet, driving close to the first down. He's going to be run out of bounds. Looks to be about a 14-yard pickup. It'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I think he's just short of the first down there. But, hey, listen, we saw last week right before halftime, you give Torrey Gilly the ball in any kind of space, and he's gone, right? I mean, the speed was I didn't know he was that quick. Great job there. We know he's elusive. We're going to get a big game for the Hurricanes.
Canes quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Andrew takes it, hands off to Keyshawn up the middle. He'll dance across for the first down and a little bit more, close to the 20-yard line. He's going to be right at it. He'll put the ball on the 20-yard line, a 5-yard pickup, and the Canes in the Pinch-A-Penny red zone. The Pinch-A-Penny red zone, Pinch-A-Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool.
going into this game, I did not think the first carry for Keyshawn was going to be 3 plays in, but that bodes well for the Hurricanes, right? We get those short passing game going, get Keyshawn going a little bit. Offense will be very hard to stop.
1st and 10, Hurricanes at the Immokalee 20-yard line. Fakes a handoff inside, throws it in and out of the hands, and just off the fingertips of the intended receiver, A.J. Causey.
Yeah, a little high, but I think the defender actually got his hands in between Causey's hands to cause that incompletion.
Opening drive of the game. Canes have moved the ball down to the Immokalee 20-yard line.
We can play any other team without a war chant. I know that.
You ain't kidding. I hear this 2 weeks in a row. High snap out to Torrey Gilly across the 20 to the 15. Sidesteps to the 10 to the 5 and run out of bounds around the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Hurricanes.
Great job there from Torrey Gilly, just be able to be elusive again. I mean, we know Torrey Gilly can be pretty explosive when he gets the ball in his hands.
They'll officially set the ball on the 5. I thought he got it down to the 4, but they'll put it at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Keyshawn Smith directly behind Andrew Heidel. Hand off to Keyshawn up the middle, forcing his way up, and he's in. Touchdown! Keyshawn Smith from 5 yards out, and the Canes on the opening drive go ahead 6-0.
Great job there from the Hurricanes. What a great drive, and really just to be able to capitalize, obviously, on the field position. And Andrew very efficient and where he needs to put the ball into the receiver's hands, and Keyshawn put it right up in the gut right there, Gene.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think we are playing very aggressive, but we're not going to show too much.
Owen Jones on for the point after. The snap good, hold good, kick is good. Canes lead 7-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
With high-quality treatment at our expanded emergency care center. As an accredited chest pain center by the American College of Cardiology, and with a comprehensive stroke certification from Healthcare Facilities Accreditation Program, our caring team will be ready when you arrive. Remember, if you experience symptoms of a possible heart attack or stroke, quickly call 911. Visit ManateeMemorial.com for more information.
AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back here at Joe Canadian Field at Hawkins Stadium. 10 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Manatee Hurricanes are up 7-0 over the Immokalee Indians. As that scoring recap is brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn. 7 total plays, 58 yards, ends up with a 5-yard touchdown by Keyshawn Smith for his first of the night. And all your scoring recaps will be brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn, whether you're buying or selling. 2 locations, one in Bradenton, one in Sarasota.
Owen Jones on for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. He'll approach it, put his right foot into it, and he'll drive it deep, and it's going to soar down into the end zone, a touchback, and the Indians will start 1st and 10 at their own 20.
It's good to have Jones back, right? I mean, Owen was out last week, a little bit of a back injury, but that right there shows you put a team, and I've said this all along, you make a team go 70, 80 yards. Against our defense, it's really not going to happen too much.
So the Indians will come on. They average 425 per game total offense, 299 on the ground, 126 through the air. Chris Germinal, the quarterback. It'll be Jonte Hyas and Jaden Mixon in the backfield. Both of them have combined for a total of almost 2,800 yards of offense running the football. They run a kind of a hybrid wing T offense.
Get a little split veer.
This time they'll hand off, and it's going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Christian Figueroa, a loss of 2 on the play. That was Jaden Mixon on the carry, nowhere to go.
Yeah, great job by Christian, just kind of down the line of scrimmage. He was the backside guy, way to disrupt everything and make the tackle.
He just followed right behind the offensive guard that was pulling and just went right to the running back.
2nd down and 12. 9:40 to go. First quarter, Manatee leading 7-0. This time, Terminal will keep it himself, trying to get outside, nowhere to go. A loss on a play again, all the way back to the 15, maybe 16-yard line. Alvoid Keenan on the stop. Back-to-back negative plays.
Yeah, great job. Almost like a Popka, old-school Popka, little wing tee, spin around, do that sort of thing. But great job for the Hurricanes, sticking their keys. Alvoid Keenan, of course, getting some great penetration.
3rd down and 14 for the Indians. Team that does not like to pass the ball a whole lot. Ronan Dangler showing pressure. This time, Germinal drops back, throwing deep. He's got a man there. Incomplete, overthrew him. He had a guy there. Ball was intended for Marshawn Jackson, but incomplete. It'll bring up a punting situation for the Indians.
Yeah, no, it brings up, you said it. They do not like to throw the ball. I don't think they're very efficient throwing the ball. So when they're getting to the 3rd long, you got to anticipate a little bit. I think we were playing man-to-man coverage right there. We just kind of got beat. And the guy was wide open, though.
Well, but there's 2 guys in the same area also, and he did throw it up for grabs and hoped his guy could outrun his pass. And even though they had beat us by a step, it wasn't like it was a practiced thing that they always do.
Joseph back to punt. It'll be Torrey Gilly deep and Jalen Bryant. High snap, and he's going to shank it off to the right, and it's going to go out of bounds around the 30-yard line. They're going to set at the 29. Now he keeps walking closer to 30. He's going to be on the 30-yard line. Great field position for the Hurricanes for their second drive, 1st and 10.
You couldn't ask for anything better than that, right?
Right.
I mean, even if, obviously, maybe a punt return for a touchdown. But what a great field position for the Hurricanes to come out, and great defense, -2 plays, and then obviously giving them the 3rd and long. They are not – Immokalee is not a team that does well on 3rd and long. You know, they're a run team. They want to be able to get 3 or 4 yards in the first two
you got them on their heels. Do you go for the jugular right here? Jalen Bryant on the near side. Jalen Bryant has 9 touchdowns on the year. Had 3 last week. They'll go 1 deep safety right here. He drops back and throws underneath to Keyshawn, and he gets out of the first guy, gets it down around to the 26 or 27, maybe 28-yard line. He'll put him on the 28.
The 24.
24, excuse me. Bring up 2nd down and 4.
But, hey, I'm okay with that because that was a leak kind of, hey, just dump it to Keyshawn. But he can take it to the house, we know, anytime he touches the ball.
This time, Jalen Bryant will split wide to the right. Canes bunch set near side. This time he'll pitch it right. Keyshawn trying to find running room and doesn't have much over there. He's going to lose a yard on it and bring up a 3rd and 5.
Well, they sent the house on that one, and they were just anticipating a run.
Correct.
And that's what hopefully Coach will see and realize that, hey, you know, when they're in that formation, we've got to anticipate. They have nothing to lose right now.
Right.
They've got to send the house.
I think it builds up something, too, right? Fake that toss, kind of run a boot, have the wide receivers on the right-hand side kind of come across the field. So we'll see if we can get hit here in 3rd down.
I personally like Jalen Bryant down here, and I'm going to go towards the corner. Yes.
Yeah.
Bring A.J. Causey in motion. He'll reset. This time fakes it, throws it out to Causey. Causey's got it caught, and he's going to be undercut around the 19-yard line, but enough for a 1st down. Needed 5, got 6.
Yeah, good completion there, and actually good tackle for Immokalee, but he is down on that tackle.
Yeah, he went low, and it kind of was one of those things, not purposely, just one of those tackles that's going. And they can't afford to lose anybody with who they have.
Nope, they'll tend to the player down on the field. We'll take a timeout to listen to the FHSAA. Well, maybe not. There we go.
Rights to the broadcast of this regional semifinal game in the 2024 FHSAA Class 5A Football Championships have been granted to AM 930 The Answer by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited.
7-0 our score here at Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium, and we're waiting to see a young man down on the field right now. He went and made the tackle on A.J. Causey. It's Quentin Anderson. for the Indians. But, hey, so far, very efficient passing the football. We're finding the stuff underneath and letting the playmakers make plays.
Yeah, I mean, the first drive, they went for 58 yards, didn't have any third down at all. That was our first third down. We get it. And I agree. I think some quick stuff, getting the ball out of Heidel, Andrew's hands, and get it to our playmakers. There's no reason not to. Don't need to hold the ball very long. Get it to those guys and let them make a play.
Hey, this weekend, visit the Cortez Kitchen where you can enjoy live music, fresh seafood, and waterfront view. The Cortez Kitchen, located in the heart of the Cortez Village. Here you can experience an old Florida feel with a cold drink and great seafood. The Cortez Kitchen, where every meal is a catch of the day. The Hurricanes first down at 10 in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. Andrew looks over the defense, takes a snap, hands off inside to Keyshawn Smith, up the middle, driving forward down around the 15-yard line. 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, and I think, we're kind of dominating up front a little bit with timing-wise, and again, they're just selling out in the middle, and they're challenging us to put the ball on the outside, and they're not going to be able to keep up with us if we keep doing that.
I think we eventually see an RPO. I think we eventually see a run-pass option from Andrew, find somebody just right over those linebacker level.
Look for Farrakhan Shannon, right down the seam, right? Stoppage of play on the field. I'm not sure what it is. He's calling out. The coach from Immokalee.
Probably about the band playing while they're doing it. Play clock.
Well, we got things underway here. He's talking to the other coach. Apparently it's frozen on 38, so.
Our scoreboard started working when the hurricane hit.
Yeah,
play clocks
as well.
crazy.
Play clocks were never an issue.
It's only the second year of those play clocks.
Technology, man.
So we don't know if it's something that happened in the wiring, and obviously a lot of wiring got wet over the last couple of months in Manatee County, city of Bradenton. So, the play clocks has been something we've been really got used to, and for us, it's fun to watch because you know what's happening. But
there it goes.
Yeah.
Unfrozen.
For how long?
Turn it off and on. That's the key.
All right, second down at 7. Hurricanes need to get just inside the 10-yard line for a first down. Manatee leading 7-0, 6:42 to go in the first quarter. Andrew takes a snap, drops under pressure, dump it out to Keyshawn Smith. He's got running room off the left. It's 10 to the 5, walks in, touchdown. Keyshawn Smith from Andrew Heidel, 17 yards, and the Canes extend the lead 13-0.
Yeah, and that's the perfect play call for what they've been doing and sending the house. And, our offensive line did a great job at putting hands on the defensive line, letting them go. And Andrew did a great job setting it up. And then we had that convoy out there, and it really just, with Keyshawn, he did have to make a move at the end, but he had his momentum going, so it's perfect.
Owen Jones on for the point after attempt. Aiden Clark to snap, Jalen Bryant to hold. The snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up and good, 14-0. Hurricanes lead, 6:30 to go in the first quarter. We'll keep things right here.
Yeah, obviously very short field position for the Hurricanes, 30 total yards on that drive, 5 plays, ended up in that 17-yard strike from Andrew Heidel to Keyshawn Smith for the touchdown. Our scoring recast brought to you by Buccaneer Palm. They're buying or selling. Visit them at 2 convenient locations, one in Bradenton, one in Sarasota. As tonight, as we talk about all of our stats for the game, brought to you by Howard Leasing, your trusted PEO and payroll specialist. Visit them at 6302 Manatee Avenue West.
Hey, this weekend we got beautiful weather. We got great football games and college football great at the noon time with the Indiana, Ohio State, Ole Miss at Florida. Bunch of other games going on as well. But, hey, if you're looking for a place to go and watch them, head out to the island and revisit all those places out there. Sandbar, Beach House, Mar Vista. Not all of them are open yet, but I know the Beach House is reopened. Everybody's slowly getting back to normal. Go back and visit them and support them and get them back to where they need to be.
Yeah, support the local guys. I mean, obviously, I love the Sandbar. You can walk right out from the beach and get right out to the outside patio. I mean, I know you love Mar Vista, and
I'm a Mar Vista
Gene loves
guy.
everywhere where they serve shrimp, so all 3 of them do. So, but you support the local crew, you know what I mean?
You know what is really good at Sandbar? Last time we were there is the Brussels sprouts
Oh, there we
appetizer.
go. I love Brussels.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I never
Get
was a
some greens
Brussels sprout favorite of mine, but with the way they grill them or however they do it.
Little balsamic vinegar on top of it.
A little on top
sounds
of
good to me.
and
I
it's
like
just
it.
crispy, and then you have a little shrimp
Bacon
kicker.
or pancetta.
Shrimp kicker.
Owen Jones for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. He'll drive it deep. It's going to be returned starting from the 7-yard line. The return man comes across the 20 to 25 and finally taken down around the 26-yard line.
Very good field. Peanut there.
Jaquan
on the tackle there. Good job on that one. You know, we talked about last week, like we've had really good kickoff coverage, and we let up one go last week, but great job from the kickoff team there on that one.
So Immokalee comes on the field 1st and 10. They'll start at their own 25, trailing 14-0, 6:25 to go in the first quarter. This time they'll go empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Germinal takes the snap, throws it out the flat. It's going to be
nice
caught.
Catch.
Great catch out there off the left side. Travis Prince hauling that one in. Pick up of 4 yards.
It was a great catch, but it was thrown behind him. And, you know, that type of play we'll take all day long. If you don't want to be at 4 yards every time, but, you know, we'll pull up on that a little bit.
2nd down and 6 for the Indians.
Empty formation. And this shows to me that they're kind of struggling a little bit. They're kind of going out of their norm. Oh, and they motion back in. What do I know?
Jonte Hyas will be in the backfield off to the left of Chris Germinal. Now they'll hand off or fake the handoff. Germinal will keep it himself. He's got the first down across the 35 to the 37-yard line. 7-yard pickup and a first down for the Indians.
Yeah, so they went a little different. That's something we really haven't seen since early in the season there from Immokalee, but their quarterback is down on that tackle.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit shell-shocked right now.
And they got to press a little bit, right?
And they're pressing right away.
We're 14-0, and we talked about this in the podcast with Coach Green. I said, look, you know, if you get down and you make them press a little bit, this is what happens. They're going to kind of get out of their norm and do some things they're not used to doing.
And that's where we saw that right away. They're kind of a little discombobulated. He was running very timid there when you saw him coming up, where I think they've been kind of punched in the mouth right away, and that's all of a sudden it's like, wow.
Well, while they tend to Germinal down on the field, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930 The Answer.
Accidents happen every day, and no one expects that it's going to happen to them until it does. That's when your whole life can turn upside down. If you find yourself in that position, either from a personal injury or an on-the-job injury, you don't have to go it alone. Protect yourself with the team that's been protecting the rights of the injured in Bradenton and Sarasota for over 30 years. Legler, Murphy, and Battaglia. All injuries all the time. Contact them today by going to allinjurieslaw.com. That's allinjurieslaw.com. AM 930, the
1st and 10. Hyas will take the snap out of the Wildcat. Nowhere to go. Ronan Dangler with a big hit behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss. One of our best plays of the night. All of our best plays brought to you by Richardson Stenton Roofing. For the very best in roofing, choose a company with over 30 years of experience in Manatee County. Visit their website at richardsonstentonroofing.com.
With Germinal out, they go into that Wildcat formation, and we knew it, and great job by Ronan Dangler, who he has a nose for the ball all season long.
2nd down and 12. Indians backed up their own 35-yard line, trailing 14-0 to the Hurricanes. Germinal back in. He'll take the snap, drops his loose.
We got it.
Ian Johnson Kelly recovers it. The Hurricanes have the football at the 28-yard line.
Great job, Ian Johnson Kelly there. Now, listen, I think, like I said in the pregame, I think defense is coming out here ready to go. I think they're embarrassed a little bit about giving up 26 points in that first half last week. Great job from Ian Johnson Kelly getting pressure there and finding the ball.
Here we go.
Again, they can't believe that they're punched in the mouth, and physically we're just out playing them, and they're starting to question each other, and it's, you don't want to see a team do that, but this is the dagger right here.
Well, let's see if we don't try and strike quickly. Hurricanes 1st and 10 at the Indians' 28-yard line. Keyshawn Smith offset to the left, 3 receivers to the right for Andrew Heidel. Andrew takes a snap, drops, looking, fires deep. He's looking for Jalen Bryant to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Caught! Oh. It is going to be, I think it's a touchdown. Let's see. We haven't signaled it yet.
I don't know if they may call it on Jalen's right hand.
They signaled touchdown Hurricanes. Jalen Bryant in the left corner of the end zone. Took him a while to talk it out. There was a flag thrown. We'll see what it is. But there was a little bit of separation, a little bit of hand checking going on.
Sure.
We have pass interference against the Indians. That touchdown will stand. Jalen Bryant, a touchdown from Andrew Heidel, and the Hurricanes extend the lead to 20-0.
Well, what a great ball from Andrew Heidel to Bryant, and I thought there was some hand checking. I think both guys were doing it, but what a great job from Andrew Heidel to float it right there into Jalen's breadbasket.
Yeah, and I didn't think it looked like that it was either way, but it looked like it almost at the end we pushed off, but I think the guy was holding our.
Owen Jones for the point after is good, and the Canes up 21-0, 4:28 to go. First quarter, we'll keep things right here, and it's an easy scoring recap for you.
Maybe one of the easiest ones I've ever had. Yeah, 28 yards, one play, obviously pass play from Andrew Heidel to Jalen Bryant for the strike to put the Hurricanes up 21-0 here with 4:28 left in the first quarter. All your scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn. Whether you're buying or selling any of your goods, visit them in Bradenton or Sarasota. As we talk about all the stats tonight, Andrew Heidel now up to 92 yards of total offense in passing. Jalen Bryant with a touchdown. Keyshawn Smith with a touchdown. All your stats are brought to you by Howard Leasing, your trusted PEO and payroll specialist. Visit them at 6302 Manatee Avenue West.
That was Jalen Bryant's 10th touchdown reception of the season, leading all scorers for the Hurricanes. And I'll tell you what, he's really come into his own.
No doubt.
And honestly, started coming to his own all the way back at the Buchholz game. And
agreed.
Every week he's just progressed. Owen Jones for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff, put his right foot into it. It'll be taken around the 8-yard line. Across the 15 to the 20, and going to be stood up. It's going to be Caleb Matalau along with a few other Hurricanes right there, but Caleb just stood him up and drove him backwards.
Yeah, great job from the kickoff coverage right there, no doubt. But going back to Jalen Bryant, I think if we just said at the beginning of the year, who do you think is going to lead in passing touchdown or receiving touchdowns, nobody would have picked Jalen Bryant,
no.
To be honest with you. I would have said probably Gilly, maybe even Ramsey Cole. I mean, Jalen has come out and he's absolutely shined, especially in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and has become a very reliable target for Andrew Heidel.
Chris Germinal will bring the Indians onto the field, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, trailing 21-0 to the Manatee Hurricanes. Germinal faked the handoff inside, throws across, a nice little pass, but in and out of the hands of the intended receiver there. That's Kervinsley Laurent. Should have been hauled in for a catch. It would have been enough for a first down.
Yeah, it should have been caught there for a catch. But that's one of those things where it's not routine for them in a run-heavy offense.
2nd down and 10. Jaden Mixon in the backfield beside Germinal. They'll bring Jackson in motion left to right. They'll hand off to Mixon, and Mixon not much running room. He'll get about a 2-yard pickup. Bring up 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Jason Smith Jr., great job there and brings up a big 3rd down. On a run-heavy offense, you do not want 3rd and longs, right? You don't want 3rd and 7, 8, and they're about to get that. So hopefully the defense here can tee off.
Two receivers left, one receiver left, 2 to the right. 3 to the right for the Indians. This time Germinal under pressure, rolling. Now he's going to fire one up for grabs, and it's nowhere close to anybody.
I mean, we were closer than his wide receiver.
4 guys were closer than his wide receiver.
That'll bring up a punting situation for the Indians.
He would have been better off just to tuck that and run.
Yeah. Well, again, when you put a run-heavy team in that 3rd and long situation, they're not used to that, right? They're used to shorter fields, and now you bring out Torrey Gilly to return this, with also Jalen Bryant. Obviously, the punter didn't do a great job last time,
No.
but if you kick to those guys, it could be dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous, and we're not respecting any fact that he can kick it deep. So Torrey Gilly will stand at midfield. Jalen Bryant, the up back, standing at the 40.
They're going to have like 22 players on the field if they keep going.
Joseph awaiting the snap. Good snap. Joseph blocked. Ian Johnson Kelly blocks it and doesn't recover. And it'll go back for a safety, though, for the Hurricanes. Ian Johnson Kelly with a blocked punt, and the Canes will go up 23-0.
He blocked it.
He blocked. What a great
and then
block.
almost. I've never seen him run faster.
No,
he was almost gotten it.
He was trying to get the touchdown.
He blocked it so hard.
Yeah.
It was going so fast.
And the turf is going to scoot and go.
Yeah, no, that was good.
That is like my pitching wedge when I'm trying to get the green. It just scoots and
just
goes
keeps
out.
going.
It never checks.
That's called skull.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
3:31. Yeah. The last game they were close to every punt to block, and that time Ian Johnson Kelly came in, blocks it, tried to secure it as it was going out of the back of the end zone, but a safety for the Hurricanes. They go up 23-0, and they'll get the free kick coming back the other way here.
Yeah, I mean, look, of course you love to score a touchdown, but I don't mind, getting the 2 points. We're going to get a close field position here for the offense. Pad some more stats here and trying to get to 35 as quickly as possible.
Well, here's the deal, though. Don't take the foot off the gas pedal,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed. On the
you
gas.
just can't
no
get
doubt.
relaxed, and you got to make things happen. Back deep for the Hurricanes will be Keith Smith this time, along with Torrey Gilly. Jalen Bryant to the near side to us is one of the up guys. Let's see where Joseph decides to pick his poison to kick it.
I don't think they'll onside kick here again.
No. Not in their best
Jamari
interest.
Parker on the far side up. We got Caden White right in the middle. Here we go. Spin the wheel and decide where you want to kick it, young man. Let's see what the Canes can do with it. Joseph awaiting. Now he's going to approach the football, and he'll kick it down the middle. It'll be Caden White from the 49. Across the 40 is where he'll trip and fall right there. Around the 40, maybe the 39-yard line. We'll see where they officially set up the Canes in great field position. First down and 10.
Yeah. It's Chad. It's 3:26 in the first quarter.
We have struck quickly. Defense is playing very well. Coach Green did not over-exaggerate that. They were upset in the way they played. They played very well, and offense has been very efficient.
First and 10, Hurricanes at the Indians' 40-yard line, leading 23-0 in the first quarter. This time they'll hand off to Keyshawn Smith. He'll go off the left side. He'll pick up a couple of yards, get down around the 38-yard line. 2-yard pickup brings up second down and 8.
Yeah, I can see us maybe doing some more run plays here, how we can establish a run a little more. We know we can establish a pass. Let's see if we can establish the run a little bit, eat a little bit of clock, and get a nice, sustainable drive, run the plays is what I'd like to see.
Canes will break the huddle. They'll go 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Although A.J. is wide open.
Andrew drops looking. He's going to go towards A.J. He's got him on the outside, and it's going to be caught. What a great catch by A.J. Causey at the 6-yard line. Beautiful throw and catch. What an adjustment by A.J. Causey.
You can't make a better catch than that.
No,
over the
I mean,
shoulder.
what a great shoulder pass there. What a throw by Andrew.
But again, the adjustment to go over the shoulder and back to the right a little bit.
Great job.
That's big time. That's a lot of athletic ability.
A 33-yard gain will set up first and goal for the Hurricanes in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. For all your pool and spa supplies, go to Pinch A Penny, 3500 Manatee Avenue West. Andrew takes the snap, drops, looking, fires
Wide
into the
open.
flat.
Oh!
He had Keyshawn coming out of the backfield.
A little more touch, right? Just a little more touch. He's wide open in the backfield, going the short side there. Just a little more touch, and he walks in just easy.
But that was a little pressure coming through, so, I mean, I don't.
I love the
mind
play
rush
design,
part
though.
of it.
We
It
haven't
was
seen
perfect.
that one all year long.
I love the play design. I love leaking a running back and having him do a wheel route up the sideline. You know, Dan Mullen, Florida Days, used to do that a lot. And so, no, great play call there. Just a little bit more touch there, and Keyshawn catches that easy.
Second and goal for the Hurricanes at the 6-yard line. Trying to add to this 23-0 lead. 2:31 to go in the first quarter. This time, handoff to Keyshawn up the middle. He side swipes and walks in. Touchdown, Keyshawn Smith from 6 yards, and the Canes go up 29-0.
With 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, easy peasy.
What was nice about that was Keyshawn stayed low and kind of cut back to the right.
Yeah.
And then they were flowing. And
Great vision, and you know, he was ready for any kind of physicality it was going to bring to him. I'll be honest with you, I thought we'd win this game, but and the game's not over, obviously. But what a great start for the Hurricanes in the first quarter.
Owen Jones on for the point after attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. That'll extend the lead to 30-0. We'll keep things right here as the Canes have just mauled the Indians early on.
Yeah, I mean, that was another short drive, 40 yards, 3 total plays, 2 run, 1 pass. Ends up, obviously, in a 6-yard touchdown by Keyshawn Smith. Obviously started with Andrew Heidel with a great pass for 33 yards there to A.J. Causey. All your scoring recasts are brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn. Whether you're buying or selling, visit them in Bradenton and Sarasota.
30-0 our score, and I'll tell you what, not my wildest dreams that I think we'd be up 30-0 in the first quarter. I was very confident what we could do. Little concerned going into the football game, but I'm concerned about every football game we go into it, bottom line. But the way we have played, the way the defense has reacted has been tremendous. And I just the one thing it's hard to do as a coach once you're up this big is continue to keep that foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, you got to make the kids play, right? The kids have got to be in there and wanting to play every single snap.
Owen Jones for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. He'll approach it, put his right foot into it. It'll soar high and come down around the 11-yard line. The return man across the 20 to the 25. A little bit of running room outside, and it'll be Jamari Parker finally running him out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage again.
And I think that the Immokalee team was so used to being able just to out-physical the other team, and nobody's going to out-physical us consistently. And you can see their emotion is they're shocked. And, you know, maybe it's the competition level
right, and we talked about this, and they played 4 or 5 teams that have won 1 game this year, a couple of the teams that are just below 500, and only 2 teams that are 7-4 and 6-4. So, look, I do not believe they played the competition they're playing tonight against the Hurricanes.
The Indians will start at their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10, 2:18 to go first quarter. Manatee leading 30-0. Jonte Hyas will be offset to the left of Chris Germinal, the quarterback. Fakes the inside under pressure. He's going to have to dump it out, and nobody even close to it. Ronan Dangler, the Manatee defender, the closest player to it.
Great pressure. Jason Smith Jr. along with Ian Johnson Kelly getting back there. And listen, if he doesn't have, when I say if Germinal doesn't have the chance to be able to throw the ball and sit back there, it's going to be a rough night.
Right. That's pretty funny right there. I can't say that over the air right now, but I will later.
Yeah, we have a great fan and Mr. Gallo watching and really knows what these Canes
Second
can
and
do.
10, they'll fake it. They'll throw underneath and in and out of the hands of Rodnell Anthony, the tight end.
Looks very similar to Farrakhan Shannon.
Yes.
Look at his stature, looks very similar. But, yeah, right there, right on the numbers, Germinal put it on and just couldn't bring it in, and brings up another 3rd and long, which is what the Indians do not want.
When you
3rd
look
and
at
10.
That pass, Danny, he threw it like a rocket.
Yes, he
Hitting
did.
Right in the hip.
That's one you just got to ease in there, let him make the catch. He's got a good 7-8 yard pickup. This time highest offset to the right of Germinal. He'll bring a man in motion. Takes the snap, looking left, looking. Under pressure, he's going to go down. A big sack in the back. Alvoid Keenan, and that is a huge sack. One of our best plays of the night. All of our best plays brought to you by Richardson Stinton Roofing. For the best in roofing, go to richardsonstintonroofing.com.
They gave him a good spot on that one.
God, dog.
Yeah, he was
the 17,
closer to the 20.
22,
yeah.
Right, maybe the 22.
I mean, Alvoid was back there before he could do the naked boot. I mean, it was a naked boot kind of rolling. Alvoid was back there before he could even do anything. And, we've talked about, I think Ian Johnson-Kelly is great. I think Alvoid Keenan's get-off is the best from a defense lineman I've seen in a long, long time.
Joseph on to punt, and we got a flag, which will
I think we were off.
negate that punt. Offsides against the Hurricanes. 5, they'll just repunt. Reset, do it again. Give us a chance to return it right here. Torrey Gilly will be back deep along with Jalen Bryant, the up guy.
Unfortunately for the Indians, that was a really good punt
yes.
for them. And now you don't know you may not get that again. But yes, I would love to see them kick to Jalen or Torrey, because either one of these guys could take it to the house.
Joseph awaits a snap. Good snap. He gets it. Now under pressure. He's going to pull it down, try to run it. Got nowhere to go. It's going to be Caleb Matalau that finally brings him down. Hurricanes got a guy down, too.
Nope, it's not Dangler. Okay.
No, I think that's a shoulder injury, too. The way he reached up to try to get him, yep.
Yeah, he kind of fell around his shoulder. Who is that?
I do not know. Don't have I saw him go down. I'm not sure exactly who it is.
Coach Beatty's saying Jason Smith Jr. Oh, I think he's all right. A little stinger or something, maybe.
There he goes. He's up and walking off. Good for Jason. There we go. And shake it off. He'll be back to join us on defense.
A little stinger falling on his shoulder.
But did he think that was going to get blocked is why he pulled it? Because it was pressure. But,
it definitely wasn't a fake punt.
No, it was just he thought it was
I think maybe it was pressure.
And
Alvoid Keenan was right there.
Yeah, when you don't have a young man that's confident enough to be a punter.
Canes will start 1st and 10 at the Indians' 32-yard line, leading 30-0, 54 seconds to go in the first quarter.
First quarter, yes, that is correct.
Keith Smith now will be in the backfield, offset to the left of Andrew Heidel. Fakes the handoff. It gives off to Keith.
Oh, man.
He just
tackled him.
Tiptoed his way down, picks up about 5 on the play.
The 20-yard line tackled him. Otherwise, he may be still running.
Well, I think he saw that cut. And
when
he saw the cut, he just slipped. They get excited about it.
It's a good thing about the playoffs, though. You get these young guys in. I know Keith's been up with us and kind of injured in the beginning of the year. Man, when you get to bring these young guys up and practice and be able to play, too, goes well for the future.
2nd down and 5 for the Hurricanes. They'll go trips to the left. Andrew takes it, hands off to Keith, trying to bounce his way outside. He gets out of the first tackle and finally wrapped up around the 27-yard line, a 1-yard pickup. So it's a 3rd and, we'll call it 4.5.
Yeah, it brings them 2nd, 3rd down here, actually into the first quarter, excuse me.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, Manatee leads 30-0. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
First, the Southern Bank is proud to be the banking partner for Manatee Hurricane football because they're a true community bank that understands the importance of supporting the neighborhoods they're proud to serve. Conveniently located at 1825 Manatee Avenue West. You can also find out more about First the Southern Bank by visiting their website, fsb-bank.bank. Once again, that's fsb-bank.bank. And let them know you heard about them through Manatee
Southern Bank difference. And go Canes.
Member FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
AM 930, The Answer.
Getting ready to start second quarter of play. The Manatee Hurricanes leading 30-0. Now Caden White in the backfield. Third down and, say, a long 4, short 5. They'll throw it underneath to Jalen Bryant. He's got the first down across the 20, the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to be drugged down right at the 5-yard line. Will set up a first and goal. Hurricanes, a 22-yard pickup.
Great job there from Jalen, just very elusive. And, obviously, little underneath screen. Good job from the offensive line, letting those defensive guys go so they can get up there and block on the perimeter. Good job all around. Great play call.
Officially set the ball on the 4-yard line. First and goal, Canes in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. The Canes will go with the jumbo set. Ian Johnson Kelly and Caleb Manilow to lead the way for Caden White, and he'll walk in untouched. Touchdown, Caden White from 4 yards out, and the Canes go up 36-0.
Well,
you run the clock.
Love it.
Here?
Love it.
Run the clock.
Yeah, in the first half, it's going to be a decision on Immokalee. Do you want the clock to be running or not? And if it's me, no, I never want the clock running on me. But we'll see what Immokalee ends up doing.
36-0 Hurricanes lead. Owen Jones on for the point after. It'll be Aiden Clark to snap. Jalen Bryant to hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And just like that, the Hurricanes extend the lead to 37-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
Bose Imaging Centers are dedicated to bringing you the best quality radiology imaging available today. With locations in the heart of both Bradenton and Sarasota, Bose Imaging Centers are close to all major medical centers, and the over 4 generations of the Bose family healthcare experience will ensure you a comfortable and professional visit. Bose Imaging Centers, where quality and customer service are the standard. Online at boseimagingcenter.com.
AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back here at Joe Kinnan Field, the Hawkins Stadium, as your Hurricanes are up 37-0 over the Immokalee Indians as we start the second quarter here with 11:27 left in the second quarter. That scoring recap, 32 yards, 3 plays, in it with a 4-yard run by Caden White. All your scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether they're buying or selling, visit them in Bradenton and Sarasota. As we talk about all the stats tonight, those are brought to you by Howard Leasing, your trusted PEO and payroll specialist. Visit them at 6302 Manatee Avenue West.
Tucker Tavernier on the kick for the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff here. He'll squib it down the field. It's going to be handled by the up back, and he'll take it out to the 40, run out of bounds around the 41-yard line by Jalen Bryant.
That was discombobulated from the start. When he kicked the ball, we had a couple of guys were still talking to each other. And then I don't think he meant to do that.
I'm not real sure. I think a couple of weeks ago, now all of a sudden they put the ball at the 45. He ran out at the 41, but he got the ball at the 45. Not sure how that happened, but all right, first and 10 Indians at their own 45. Let's see if the Canes defense can continue to keep the pressure on, leading 37-0. They'll go empty backfield.
Not their norm.
This time, Terminal under pressure. He'll step up, he'll take off and run, and he'll slip and fall, but not much of a gain, a 1-yard pickup.
Yeah, again, this is not, they don't go spread like this, and I know they feel like they have to pass, but, honestly, if it's me, I'm going to do what we're good at. I'm going to continue to run the ball and see what we can get.
Second down and 9 for the Indians. Going right to left. Terminal throws it out in the flat, caught by Jackson. Jackson's got enough for the first down and more. He's going to get across the 40. Well, actually run out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. A 17-yard pickup and a first down for the Indians. First time they've been in Manatee territory tonight.
Yeah, good job. Actually, you're not going to see this on the stat, but I love seeing Ian Johnson Kelly turn and run from a defensive end standpoint, turn and run and get into the tackle there.
This time the Indians will go 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Jermo takes a snap, drops under pressure. Now he pulls down, looks, fires out in the flat, overthrows his man, nowhere close. Incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10.
I don't think they feel like they have anything to lose now, so they're just going to spread it and see what can happen.
Yeah, the one thing Drummond can do is he is an athletic quarterback. So, you're going to see him eventually start tucking and running on some of these pass plays, and hopefully we can just keep him corralled and not allow any big plays.
Well, so far they've done a good job of taking away any running lane that he wants.
Absolutely.
So you're forcing him to have to actually throw the ball downfield. This time he'll go 3 receivers left. And it's a bad snap. We got a flag beforehand. We got a false start. They'll back them up 5, which is fortunate for the Indians.
I'd rather have the bad snap.
Yeah.
Take away the flag.
Right. Congratulations, Mr. Choate.
Thank you. For what?
For 3-time chairman of our school board.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Well,
Appreciate the confidence.
There, yes.
Appreciate the confidence in the other board members. And, listen, the district's in a great spot and just kind of keeping it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Congratulations to Gene Brown as he'll go his 2nd term as mayor. Glad to have you up here with us.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little cold outside, but I think it's colder in here.
Yeah, I got the air blowing pretty good back there. That's why I wore a jacket tonight.
And I got Eddie's headphones on.
2nd and 15. This time they'll hand off to Mixon, and Mixon has no running room. He's going to be stopped for about a yard pickup.
Ronan Dangler's in on it. Go figure, right?
Bring up 3rd and 14. Not only is Ronan there, you still got Christian Figueroa, Alvoid Keenan. Everybody's just crashing down on it. Caleb Matalau. So a host of Hurricanes in on that stop. Ronan comes into the game leading all tacklers with 66 tackles on the year, 21 tackles, also leading the team for tackles for loss.
Little quad formation over here.
It's time Jermo takes it, drops, he's going to fire deep. It's going to be well overthrown, nowhere close. Good coverage down the field by Keith Parham, and that'll bring on another punting situation for the Indians.
Yeah, they're 0 for 4 now on 3rd downs, and yeah, it brings up another punting situation, which obviously have not been very successful at. There's no doubt about that.
I would go for it on this down for them. But again,
you're in a situation. I obviously I don't know that he's got the leg to get at the end zone, but at the end of the day, you're just trading out about 22 yards, even if you do kick it into the end zone. So why not go for it here? Down 37-0, but they have other plans. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and tuck it and run with it here.
Yeah, fake.
We're not buying it, so we have nobody back deep, and this time Joseph gets a free kick away, and it's going to
roll in the end zone.
Hit and actually go out of bounds. Let's see where they actually mark it. Should be around the 8-yard line. Let's see where he finally stops at. He's still walking 7, 8.
Give me 9.
9-yard line. Good call from up here. There
I
you
need
go.
to play the lotto, my friends.
So the Canes with their worst starting field position of the night. They'll start 1st and 10 at their own 9:35 to go in the first half. Canes leading 37-0. It's been all Hurricanes from the very beginning of this football game.
And we have a new quarterback in.
Yeah, I was expecting that as soon as possible. We were up 37-0 here. Nope, Andrew's
still coming out.
So sorry about your luck, buddy.
Yeah, but he was in there.
He was.
He was in there.
Well, I think if it was at the 25, he may have stayed. But being at the 9, there's no.
Keith Smith offset to the right of Andrew Heidel. Jalen Bryant wide out to the near side. Time a handoff to Keith off the left side across the 10-15, out across the 20, and he'll pick up 11 yards and a first down for the Hurricanes. Actually give him 12 because he got all the way out to the 21.
Wouldn't mind seeing just a nice, sustainable drive here for the – I mean, an explosive play I'm not going to hate on, of course, but just a nice, sustainable drive, some good run plays here, and really establish a line of scrimmage run play-wise would be great to see.
1st and 10 Hurricanes, 9:10 to go in the first half. High snap, Andrew looking for it, and we finally drop on the football.
Keith fell on it.
Keith got it, but not before nope. We had a flag on the play, false start, so that's a plus for us. It would have been about a 9-yard loss. Instead, we'll have a false start to be first down and 15.
They get a break on a flag. We get a break on a flag.
Yes.
It all works out.
So it'll be first and 15.
That was a little high and left.
Yeah, and so far the snaps have been money all night, and one just got away from us right there. Let's see if we can settle back down. First down, 15 Hurricanes. It's time to hand off to Keith off the left side. He's going to be across the 20 and just power drives over. A guy gets out to the 22.
And now we did have a new quarterback on that play.
6-yard pickup.
Yeah, looks like Mason Summers now in there at quarterback. And listen, we've done a really good job, though, of running weak side this whole year. Which you don't really see a whole lot of. You got all this feel in this way. We do a really good job of running weak side and even setting up formations on the weak side.
Sophomore Mason Summer, the quarterback. Caden White off to his left. And the Hurricanes will take a timeout. As the play clock was winding down, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane football on the FHSAA Football Region Semifinal, 9:30, The Answer.
If you want a company that treats you and your family right, you must be in Conley Country. Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton is the proud recipient of GMC's Dealer of the Year award. This rare designation recognizes Conley Buick GMC for over 60 years of exceptional service. So experience the difference for yourself today. Tons of inventory, fair pricing, friendly service. GMC's Dealer of the Year, Conley Buick GMC. We are professional grade on Cortez Road West in Bradenton and at ConleyBuickGMC.com. Welcome to Conley Country.
Back here at Joe Canaan Field, Hawkins Stadium. The Hurricanes leading 37-0. Second down and 9 for the Hurricanes at their own 22-yard line. Mason Summer, the quarterback, takes a snap. And another stoppage of play. False start again by the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and that was just a delayed pass there, it looks like. And it looks like the corner just absolutely read it for Immokalee. Obviously went through his hands, and it was a penalty on us anyways. But looks like we're bringing Andrew back in.
Yeah, back him up 5, and Andrew will come back on the field. Push the ball all the way back to the 17-yard line.
But that is 4 penalties on us. I know it's only been 5 yards each one. Last week we were like 8 or 9 penalties and we had 3 or 4 personal fouls. So again, just to watch, you got to clean up.
This time we'll go 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Caden White will be in the backfield. Second down and 14 for the Hurricanes. This time they'll hand off to Caden up the middle. He'll get it across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. So we'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Well, we're 2 for 2 on 3rd down, so let's make it 3 for 3. This is our longest 3rd down attempt of the night, no doubt. And I would probably expect a pass here from Heidel. Get it out to some of your wide receivers. Get them the ball in their hands and let them make a play.
Torrey Gilly and Jalen Bryant to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Time they'll hand off up the middle, and I believe that was Caden White again. Yes, he get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and about 2, and the Canes will bring on the punting unit. Actually, long 1, short 2.
Yeah, give him a little longer.
Canes will punt, leading 37-0, 7:45 to go in the first half. Braylon Miller on the punt.
Yeah, we got 3 seconds left here. 2, 1. You got to snap it, and there's a delay game. We don't have the play clock going. It's off and on both ends, but when the bag judge here puts his hands out, that's 5 seconds. So unfortunately, he didn't get that one off in time.
You already made the decision to punt, so I have no problem with why rush it, right? So take the 5, reset yourself, and I'd rather not be in a hurry and have something go wrong than to take your time and reset it. You already intended to punt the football. Nobody back deep for the Indians. Good snap. Braylon will put his left foot into it. It's high and goes nowhere.
Oh. Could hit one of their guys,
Just
though.
knuckles
He is not, they're not
and
moving.
will actually turn in to be about a 14-yard punt. So the Indians will start 1st and 10 at their own, or at the Hurricane 39-yard line.
Yeah, not the best punt there from Braylon Miller.
And he wasn't really rushed either.
Indians will come out. They'll go 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. It'll be Jonte Hyas in the backfield with quarterback Chris Germinal. He'll hand off to Hyas, nowhere to go. He's immediately met and dropped. Christian Figueroa, a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, Jonte High is now at -4 yards for the night. Really, the Immokalee is for a run-heavy team. They're at -7 for the night.
But they're not even getting any lanes.
No,
or anything,
there's
so
nowhere
I don't
even
know.
for them to go.
Right.
2nd down and 12. Jackson in motion left to right. This time, Germinal rolling right. Pump fakes, throws it. He's got a man wide open and incomplete.
Flag.
He was already out of bounds.
I think he was out of bounds.
Yep.
Came back in. Yeah, you can't do that.
Now they're saying he was pushed out of bounds over there, so we'll see what the actual call is as they discuss it. Worst case scenario is pass interference. They'll wave off the flag.
So where are they going to put it?
No flag,
It's
actually
incomplete.
stepped out of bounds. So
Actually, Germinal had some area to run there.
And that's what I feel like he needs to run, some of that.
Right,
and make it,
right.
put the pressure on us. But
well, we have a water break on the field. We'll take a timeout as well and listen to the FHSAA disclaimer.
Tonight's game in the 2024 FHSAA Class 5A Football Championships is sponsored by the Florida High School Athletic Association. The FHSAA is a democratic organization with a membership of more than 800 middle and senior high schools, all committed to ensuring that Florida student athletes can compete fairly and equitably in an educational environment. The Florida High School Athletic Association, building leaders through teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
37-0 our score here at Joe Canam Field at Hawkins Stadium. 6:28 to go in the first half. Has been all Hurricanes tonight. Immokalee's offense has been nothing.
Non-existent. I mean, the reality is, here's some quick scores. Venice up 35-3 over Newsome. And Riverdale, Fort Myers, you've got Riverdale up 6-0 over Fort Myers.
So the Hurricanes, if they continue the way things are going, will be at home next week. They will take on the winner of that game between Riverdale and Fort Myers. 3rd and long for the Indians here. Germinal takes it. He'll throw it out in the flat high, nowhere close, incomplete. And, hey, when you're not a team used to throwing the football, it's hard to get into a rhythm whatsoever.
Very hard.
So that'll bring on a 4th down situation, a punting situation again for the Indians.
Some more scores here. Carter Mooney up 28-14 over Kings Academy in the second quarter. Booker up 21-0 over Nature Coast in the second quarter.
Canes will send nobody back. They're going to protect against a fake regardless, so they'll let Joseph just have a free kick down the field here. Here's the fake. As high as he's going to throw it down the field.
Nothing.
Incomplete, nowhere close, and the Canes will take over. And, hey, I don't blame them for trying to pull out something.
Got to
right?
do something, no doubt.
So,
hey, Niceville down 14-6. It's a punt over you, Joe. Lincoln's up. So
as far as rankings go, Ponte Vedra wins, and let's just say Lincoln wins, it's at Lincoln, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Lakeland up on Gaither 2013 in second quarter, so pretty close game there.
Andrew Heidel at the quarterback position. Have two receivers either side. Keyshawn Smith offset to his left. 1st and 10. Takes a handoff, throws it down the field. It's going to be in and out of the hands of A.J. Causey. He went up to try and haul it in.
It was right in his hands.
Yep.
But the defender got there and caused some body contact there, and maybe that's where A.J. lost his concentration. But ball was there, and A.J.'s going to want that back.
A.J.'s about 8 inches, 9 inches taller than that defender, so that ball was thrown in the right spot. He just had to stick it.
2nd down and 10. This time handoff up the middle as Keyshawn with no running room whatsoever. He's going to be stopped. We'll give him a yard on the play.
I think it's actually little brother, Keith.
And Immokalee calls a timeout.
So Immokalee takes a timeout. 6:01 to go here in the first half. We'll keep things here as well. Hey, this weekend, visit the Cortez Kitchen where you can enjoy live music and fresh seafood with a waterfront view. The Cortez Kitchen, located in the heart of the Cortez Village. Here you can experience that old Florida feel with a cold drink and great seafood. The Cortez Kitchen, where every meal is the catch of the day.
Hey. On third down. Here's our 4th third down of the game. We're 2 of 3 before this. So let's see if we can pick this one up. 3rd and 9, not easy. See if the Hurricanes can keep this drive going by picking up this 3rd down.
This time it'll be Caden White in the backfield. Canes will bunch set 3 receivers to the left. It'll be Jalen Bryant to the near side. Andrew takes a snap, looking left, fires across. Wide open is A.J. Causey across the 40 to the 35 to the 30 to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, A.J. Causey. And the Canes go out in front 43-0, 57-yard scoring strike from Andrew Heidel to A.J. Causey.
Great decision by Andrew Heidel, hitting Causey there, kind of a little deep in. And then it's all Causey from there, making a guy miss and then run down the sideline for a touchdown. Great big strike there for the Hurricanes.
43-0 Hurricanes lead with 5:48 to go in the first half. It'll be Aiden Clark to snap, Jalen Bryant to hold. Owen Jones for the kick, high snap, but Jalen gets it down. The kick is up and good. That'll get it 44-0. Hurricanes lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
Go Canes! Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory wish Manatee High School the best of luck this season. Brown & Sons have been your Manatee neighbor for half a century with 3 generations of service and caring professionals to guide your family through these difficult times. Featuring Trust 100 pre-planning to handle all your local and long-distance needs. Celebrate the game of football, but when the game of life must end, depend on Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory to serve you. Online at brownandsonsfuneral.com. AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back here at Joe Canadian Field, Hawkins Stadium. 5:48 left in the second quarter. Hurricanes up 44-0 over the Indians. That scoring recap 2 plays, 58 yards, ends up with a 57-yard touchdown from Andrew Heidel to A.J. Causey for Andrew's 3rd touchdown of the night, 208-yard total passing.
Tucker Tavernier with the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. It'll be kicked down, and the guy will actually just fall down at the 28. Actually has some return room, but he decided, no, I'm not going to do it. Just laid down at the 28, and that's where the Indians will start at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
Actually, a wide receiver for them, number 2, caught that. So I thought he may be kind of go to go. I mean, I don't know.
Even if he ran 5 yards and fell down, nobody was 10 yards away from him.
Yeah.
You don't want to put this up at halftime?
We can.
We can.
Nah, that wouldn't be right.
He'd be correct.
1st and 10, Immokalee. starting at their own 28-yard line, trailing 44-0, 5:45 to go in the first half. It's been all Hurricanes from start of this football game. This time they'll hand off inside. He's going to be wrapped up, a loss on the play, nowhere to go whatsoever. That's going to be Davion Bryant on the stop and a loss of a yard on the play. Yet another negative play.
And that's a new D lineman, Davion Bryant, coming in and only a sophomore. I mean, young guy that potentially will see some more playing time, obviously, as his years go through. And what a great job, get penetration there. And really, Immokalee has not been able to do anything running the ball, which is what they're known for.
Yeah, we're starting to sprinkle some other guys in. Dazon Bryant. This time, Germinal under pressure and almost intercepted. Dazon Barnes, I just mentioned his name, and he almost came up with a pick.
Yeah.
He was on the end and dropped back into coverage, and a great job. Just hard to find a way to get your foot down in bounds over there, but what a great job by Dazon.
And it won't go in the books, but what a great pressure from K24, which is, Kayvon Smith. I mean, he didn't really play. Coach Green talked about the podcast. Didn't play his best game last week. Really want to come back and play better. What a great pressure there on Germinal, but Barnes almost with the interception.
3rd and 11 for the Indians. Germinal again under pressure, rolling. Caleb Matalau pressuring. Caleb's got him and drags him down on a big loss.
Not coming out of his hands, man.
All the way down to the 14. Well, they'll put him on the 15-yard line. A loss of 12 yards on the play. Caleb Matalau with yet again one of our best plays of the night defensively. All of our best plays brought to you by Richardson Stenton Roofing. For the very best in roofing, choose a company with over 30 years of experience in Manatee County. Visit their website at richardsonstentonroofing.com.
I knew once Matalau got there and got his paws on him, he wasn't going to let that guy go. I mean, what a great play by Caleb Matalau there. And really the defense, what I love to see is we're up 44-0, but our defense is continuing to play every single snap, not allowing any kind of breathing room at all.
Low snap, and Joseph under pressure. He's going to try and run away. He's going to be wrapped up and dropped down by Ian Johnson-Kelly, and the Canes will start 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and I mean, he probably was down when he caught the ball.
Yeah, low snap on his knee was down. I don't know if they really ever call that, but yeah, great job there from pressure, and we've been bringing good pressure on the punts all night.
Well, but we're not blitzing pressure.
No.
We're just sending our front three, and, the bad snap and the pressure's there. And again, I don't know that this team they're in shell shock. And, I mean, at the beginning they were kind of frustrated throwing their helmets. Now they're just like, okay, whatever.
The Hurricanes will have 1st and goal at the 5 in the Pinch a Penny red zone. Pinch a Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. The Canes looking to get to the half-century mark here. Keith Smith in the backfield. Andrew will have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Andrew takes a snap, looks, fires. He's looking for Farrakhan Shannon. It's going to be caught, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah, good ball, but just out of bounds, probably about a foot maybe. And I would like to almost see that. I know we love to go weak side a little bit, but, you got plenty of room on this side. Put the formation to the boundary, put Farrakhan by himself over here on the wide side, and then throw that fade.
Now it'll be Andrew Heidel coming. He's got the play from the Coach Green, and let's see what the Canes dial up right here on 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
Keep your head out, boys. Let's go. Defense.
2 receivers to the left. This time he'll fake the handoff and throw it to Farrakhan at the 5, the 4, the 3, and run out of bounds at the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes, Farrakhan Shannon, 5 yards, and the Canes go out in front, 50-0. The onslaught continues.
What a great physical run after the catch there by Farrakhan Shannon, because there was not a whole lot of green turf to run there. And way to put his shoulder pads in, and I didn't think he got all the way to the pylon, but great job there from Farrakhan Shannon.
Owen Jones on for the point after.
3 minutes and 54 seconds to go before halftime. It's 50-0.
Crazy. Never thought it would be this.
No.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good, and the Canes extend the lead to 51-0. And it has been all Hurricanes from the time we came out of the locker room.
No, what a great start for the Hurricanes. No doubt, great first half. 5-yard play right there from Andrew Heidel to Farrakhan Shannon. Andrew Heidel now 213 total yards and 4 touchdowns for him. Farrakhan Shannon's first touchdown. Already scoring recast brought to you by Buccaneer Pond, where they're buying or selling. Visit them in Braden and Sarasota. All of your game stats are brought to you by Howard Leasing, your trusted PEO and payroll specialist. Visit them at 6302 Manatee Avenue West.
Canes up 51-0, 3:54 to go in the first half. Tucker Tavernier on to kick for the Hurricanes, the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. Manatee will bring on one more player to get us to 11 on the field. The official puts it in play, and now Tucker will come in, put his right foot into it, and he'll hammer it down around the 22. It's taken, and the return man Mixon has nowhere to go. He's going to be met and dropped immediately by Jordan Lowry. Good coverage by the Hurricanes. Hello, Gary. How you doing? Oh, look at that. The butterscotch shake. I love it. You're the man. Thank you to Shake Pit and all the shakes that come up here in the press box each and every week. Thank you, Deb. You do a great job. Oh, we love it. Always a great supporter of Manatee Hurricane football. Indians first and 10 at their own 27-yard line. This time they'll hand off and not much running room. He doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 on the play and yet another negative play. There's been just one negative play after another by this Hurricane defense here in the first half.
Yeah, unfortunately, got a guy down, but just really no running room at all for Immokalee tonight whatsoever.
Well, I think it's safe to say at this point in time, up 51-0. The Hurricanes will be back home next week. They'll take on the winner of Riverdale and Fort Myers. Hey, come out and join us Thursday morning. The Hurricanes will be practicing on Thanksgiving morning out here. Come out and join us. We'll have a little bit of coffee, maybe some donuts, a few other things. We'll figure it out as we get close. But, hey, come enjoy and start your morning of Thanksgiving and all kinds of great festivities. Everybody's going to have families in town, and we look forward to a huge crowd next week as we prepare for the region final championship.
Yeah, it's been a while since region final, right? It's been about 4 or 5 years. So what a great time to have family in town and get here. And you talk about the winner, Riverdale and Fort Myers. Fort Myers just scored to go up on Riverdale 7-6 in the second quarter.
2019, Chad, 2019.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. So, yeah, it's good to have listen, you know, one of the goals is obviously win the district championship, you know, and practicing on Thanksgiving Day. There's nothing better than I know you get the week off and teachers get the week off and the kids do too, but there's something about practicing on Thanksgiving Day. Not a whole lot of teams get to do it around the state, right? And so it's a special time to be able to practice on Thanksgiving Day. And the ones I've been a part of coaching and actually wasn't ever a player, but actually one time as a player, but they're special. And, you know, you get up here in the morning and feed those guys some pancakes and some off the griddle and some sausages and some coffee and things like that. It's a fun time for everybody to come out.
Well, think about it. You get it next week, you're to the Elite Eight. You're one step away from
Final Four, man.
Final Four, the semifinal game, and you know you don't look too far in advance. And I got to give Coach Green and his staff credit; they focus one game at a time.
Yeah,
and it's been that way from the very beginning. You go all the way back to the start of the season, and we go up to Lowndes in a game we lost 30-15 in a game, which the score is not indicative to how well we played in that football game.
Correct. And I think that was something we learned a lot in that game because they're perennial power, and they're going to go far in the Georgia playoffs.
Second down, Ronan Dangler showing pressure up the middle. They'll throw it in the flat, nowhere close, incomplete, or bring up 3rd and long for the Indians.
Well, I think you go back to that game, and it was – I think the score was not indicative of how close that game was. And some things maybe go our way a little bit here and there in that game. But, to travel in a bus and go that far, and then the next week go to Buchholz, which they're in the regional semifinal right now against Pace, and then to win that game against Gainesville Buchholz, I think really propelled and allowed our team to really know where we're at.
Oh, I agree 100%. Third down, low snap, and he's just going to have to drop on it. Germinal does, and a loss on the play. That'll go down as a sack and a loss of 6. It'll move it all the way back to the 21-yard line, and a punting unit will come on again for the Indians.
I mean, they are now minus 14 rushing the ball, which for a team that had two 1,300-yard backs.
And how many yards do they have passing?
19.
So they're only 5 yards total of offense here in the first half.
Which, listen, if you'd have told me that, I would have been like, no way. They're going to get some yardage running the ball because that's what they do. That's their bread and butter. But we've absolutely bottled them up.
Joseph almost got it blocked right there by Alvoid Keenan. Be Torrey Gilly from midfield. He's across the 40 to the 35 and sidesteps the guy still on the sidelines and tiptoes his way down close to the 20-yard line, and I think they're going to set him right on the 20, a 30-yard return by Torrey Gilly.
And we almost blocked that one.
We almost did. Alvoid Keenan almost blocked that one, but, hey, I love to see a little bit of return there, and Gilly just almost tiptoed there on the sideline, almost took it. Listen, a great field position again for the Hurricanes. We're right here on the Pinch A Penny red zone.
Yep, the Hurricanes will start 1st and 10 at the 20 in the Pinch A Penny red zone. Pinch A Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. For all your pool and spa supplies, go to Pinch A Penny, 3500 Manatee Avenue West. It'll be Mason Summer at quarterback now for the Hurricanes. They'll go 2 receivers to the left. Keith Smith in the backfield. Mason looks over the defense, takes a snap. He'll hand off to Keith, and he fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, I do not think we'll see Andrew Heidel again for the rest of the game.
Nope, I would safely say he is done. We've actually got a lot of other guys that have sprinkled in offensively.
Yep.
Brennan Gunner is on the field, as well as Cooper Colby. Dante Prince. Try and catch all these guys as we go along. They'll get a lot of action here from here all the way through the second half. Second down and 10. It's time, hand off to Keith, and nowhere to go off the left side. He's going to lose about 3 yards on that play. Nobody blocking off the left side. He had nowhere to go. Had nothing but white jerseys in front of him. I mean, there was a host of them, probably 6.
I think Immokalee now understands, hey,
they're going to run the
guys
football,
are coming
right?
in. We're going to run the football, eat the clock, and they're going to start, packing 7, 8 guys in the box and knowing that or thinking that we're not going to pass the ball here. But, it only brings up our 5th third down of the night, and we're 3 of 4 before this. So, see if the Hurricanes can pick something up here. Caden White back in the backfield now.
Braylon Miller is in along with at the wide receiver spot, along with Jaquan Williams wide to the left. This time he'll throw out in the flat. It's going to be Miller in and out of his hands. He finally secures it, fighting forward, and a good job by Braylon Miller to fight forward for a yard, but
he catches that ball clean, though. He probably has a chance to turn and run.
Right.
Where with he bobbled it, it gave the defensive back time to get on his back. We're at probably about 5 seconds difference in the play clock in the first half. Yes, Chad, I said first half.
4th down and 14 for the Hurricanes. Manatee leading 51-0. Approaching 15 seconds remaining here in the first half. Caden White now will be in the backfield. Mason takes it. He's going to fire deep, looking for Jaquan Williams, but nowhere close, and a flag thrown. That's going to be pass interference against the Indians.
Holding, it's in the end zone, so they put it on the 1, right? Not nice.
In the NFL they do, yes.
Not in high school.
So I think you come on and try a little punting situation.
No, you field goal here, field goal.
I wouldn't mind doing a field goal.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, try. Listen, let's see what Owens can do.
You got to do it because you're going to have it at some point in time. They're going to march this thing all the way down to the 11-yard line is where they'll set the football.
It's a good angle.
Set on the right hash. He'll actually look to kick the ball from about the 18, so it'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt by Owen Jones. It'll be Aiden Clark to snap, Jalen Bryant to hold. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Canes go out in front 54-0 here in the first half, and that'll conclude the first half of play. Canes up 54-0. We'll be back with the Shake Pit. Well, the officials are talking for a minute, but everybody's headed to the end zone. So, yeah, we'll be back with the Shake Pit halftime report. Canes up 54-0. We'll hear highlights of the first half, and we'll also have Gene Brown and Bowen Summer here to bring you everything and talk about things in the first half of football as well. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Football Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
Manatee Memorial Hospital is available 24/7 with high-quality treatment and our expanded emergency care center. As an accredited chest pain center by the American College of Cardiology and with a comprehensive stroke certification from Healthcare Facilities Accreditation Program, our caring team will be ready when you arrive. Remember, if you experience symptoms of a possible heart attack or stroke, quickly call 911. Visit ManateeMemorial.com for more information.
Former Hurricane Chuck Howard knows what it takes to be on a championship team. Howard Leasing is proud to sponsor the Hurricanes and is ready to champion solutions for your employees' leasing needs. Everything from big business to small business, Howard Leasing covers it all. From payroll processing and workers' comp to human resources and employee benefits. Get on the winning team with Chuck Howard and all the pros at Howard Leasing. Details available online at howardleasing.com. Again, that's howardleasing.com.
Coastal Orthopedics proudly supports Manatee High School and Hurricanes football. Dr. Dan Lamar, a former Hurricane, is the team's medical director. Dr. Lamar and the staff of experts at Coastal Orthopedics are recognized leaders in sports medicine and wellness technology. With offices in West Bradenton, East Bradenton, and Lakewood Ranch, they're always close by. Details online at coastalorthopedics.com. Coastalorthopedics.com. Coastal Orthopedics, keeping you in the game.
They say life is better on the water, where the only measure of time is the disappearing tide and the sound of fishermen returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast in Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, to unwind, and enjoy freshly caught seafood. They say life's better on the water. We couldn't agree more. Swordfish Grill and Tiki Bar, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
The fentanyl epidemic is killing 400 Americans per day. The new documentary, Fentanyl Death Incorporated, takes a deep dive into this deadly killer.
It is the equivalent of a 747 going down every 2 days.
The 9,000 kilograms that were seized by the HIDTA program last year is sufficient to kill the population of the United States several times over.
Americans age 18 to 45 are the #1 consumers of fentanyl. Our friends, our neighbors, our own family members.
The Surgeon General released the report on the epidemic of loneliness, and that is a real thing.
Where is all of this stuff coming from?
Who's in the fentanyl supply chain? Where are the super labs? How are they using our open borders to cause such devastation?
All roads lead back to China.
The danger is all around us. The time is now.
They're killing our children. And how do we change that?
Don't miss this important documentary report, Fentanyl Death Incorporated. It could save the life of someone you love. Available exclusively at salemnow.com. salemnow.com.
For the latest official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds in the 2024 FHSAA Football Championship, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of the Florida high school sports at NFHSnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
And now, the Prosperity Group Manatee High School Football Halftime Show with your host, AJ Red.
Keyshawn up the middle, forcing his way up, and he's in. Touchdown! Keyshawn Smith from 5 yards out, and the Canes on the opening drive go ahead 6-0. Andrew takes the snap, drops under pressure, dump it out to Keyshawn Smith. He's got running room off the left. Into the 10 to the 5, walks in, touchdown. Keyshawn Smith from Andrew Heidel, 17 yards, and the Canes extend the lead 13-0. German back in. He'll take the snap, drops his loose, and Ian Johnson-Kelly recovers it. The Hurricanes have the football at the 28-yard line. Keyshawn Smith offset to the left, where he receives to the right for Andrew Heidel. Andrew takes the snap, drops, looking, fires deep. He's looking for Jalen Bryant in the end zone. Caught! It is going to be, I think it's a touchdown. Let's see, we haven't signaled it yet.
I don't know, they may call on James from 19.
They signal touchdown, Hurricanes. Snap. Ian Johnson-Kelly blocks it, and doesn't recover. He'll go back for a safety though for the Hurricanes. Ian Johnson-Kelly with a blocked punt, and the Canes will go on 23-0. Middle, he sideswipes and walks in. Touchdown, Keyshawn Smith from 6 yards. And the Canes go up 29-0. Takes a snap, looking left, looking. Under pressure, he's going to go down. A big sack in the back. Al Boyd Keenan. Kelly and Caleb Manatee to lead the way for Caden White, and he'll walk in untouched. Touchdown, Caden White from 4 yards out, and the Canes go up 36-0. Takes a snap, fires across wide open as A.J. Causey across the 40 to the 35 to the 30 to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, A.J. Causey, and the Canes go out in front 43-0. 57-yard scoring strike from Andrew Heidel to A.J. Causey. German again under pressure, rolling Caleb Manatee pressuring. Caleb's got him. He drives him down with a big loss.
And not coming out of his hand.
All the way down to the 14, Rala put him on the 15-yard line. A loss of 12 yards on the play. Caleb Manatee with yet again one of our best plays of the night defensively. Throw to Farrakhan at the 5, the 4, the 3, and run out of bounds at the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes, Farrakhan Shannon, 5 yards, and the Canes go out in front 50-0.
Community bank that understands the importance of supporting the neighborhoods they're proud to serve. Conveniently located at 1825 Manatee Avenue West. You can also find out more about First Southern Bank by visiting their website, fsb-bank.bank. Once again, that's fsb-bank.bank. And let them know you heard about them through Manatee football. Experience for yourself the First Southern Bank difference. And go Canes.
Member FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
Former Hurricane Chuck Howard knows what it takes to be on a championship team. Howard Leasing is proud to sponsor the Hurricanes and is ready to champion solutions for your employees' leasing needs. Everything from big business to small business, Howard Leasing covers it all. From payroll processing and workers' comp to human resources and employee benefits. Get on the winning team with Chuck Howard and all the pros at Howard Leasing. Details available online at howardleasing.com. Again, that's howardleasing.com.
Perkins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and Mitsubishi in Bradenton is is proud to be a sponsor of Manatee Hurricanes football. At the award-winning Perkins Auto Group, you'll get a championship deal on a big selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. And you can browse hundreds right now at Perkins.com. For over 65 years, Perkins has been family-owned and operated with sales and service that can't be beat. Go Hurricanes! From Perkins, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Mitsubishi in the 2700 block of 1st Street in Bradenton.
Bill Bunkley with something to think about. It only took one day of Congressman Matt Gaetz' visits to Capitol Hill, during which he met with individual Republican senators, to realize his chances of confirmation as the next Attorney General were not just slim, but out of the question. Gaetz said while the momentum was strong, it is clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition. There is no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's DOJ must be in place and ready on day one. Matt Gaetz did the right thing. The Gaetz saga would have dragged on each day, put allied Senate members under needless pressure, and handicapped Trump's momentum. It's time to move on and let Trump complete his team's roster. I'm Bill Bunkley.
This week on The Hill is the best way to get informed on everything going on with Congress. Hosted by Tony Perkins and the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson.
When Republicans regain control, we're going to have the most aggressive first 100 days agenda that anybody's seen in a modern era. And we got to fix everything.
Stay informed and become a regular listener. This week on The Hill, Saturdays at 1 on AM 930, The Answer, and TheAnswerSarasota.com.
The FHSAA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching for FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on social media at FHSAA.
AM 930, The Answer.
All right, welcome back to Hawkins Stadium here on Joe Kinnan Field. This is the Manatee Hurricane football halftime report, and with me tonight I've got our very own Jim Nelson, and I asked Jim to come up here and talk about our character development program, and it's something that we've done here for a long time. Jim, how long have you been affiliated with the Manatee football team?
So the first year was 1989. And no, I am not that old, so don't count. But then it was just really kind of being a fan, got to know the players through my time with Young Life. And as time went on, I think it was 2011 that Joe Kinnan actually said we need a chaplain. I mean, Eddie Shannon was our chaplain forever. He's amazing. He's still amazing. He will always be amazing. But, he was getting up in years, and so I got involved. And then after that, Dennis had started character development. Dennis Stollard, Coach Stollard, special teams coach. So got to give him the credit for character development because he really carried that for several years. And then I got involved, and then it took a little break under one of the coaches. And then with Coach Green, he really wanted that. So we kind of reinstituted it. We meet, depending on the practice schedule, either Wednesday or Thursday afternoon with the boys after practice. The whole team's there. And it's been a great thing. But I got to give Dennis credit because he's really carried it.
Yeah, and I've had opportunity to poke my head in there a few times and see it, and the kids talk about it a lot, and the players, they go to it, they take it serious. They go in there and they're sitting down. I think is it the chorus room that you guys meet there?
Yes.
And they run there after practice, and it's one of those things that makes Manatee High School a special place to come and play football and participate in our program. And Jim Nelson, like I said, has been here for decades. Jim was around when I played and I graduated in 2000, and so Jim, what are some of the things you guys work on there at that character development?
Well, it starts really in the spring when we kind of, with the coaches, identify 6 or 7 juniors and seniors who will be a part of the leadership council. And a gentleman named Frank Harold, who's been real involved the past few years, who has a lot of great corporate training kind of brings his expertise in as well. And he and I meet with that leadership council. We call them the Kane Council. And we sort of set them up to lead and teach them some leadership principles. Then that leads into summer when we spend some more time with them before the season starts. And really the first week of the first game, we start, and we bring in people that are connected with Manatee High School. I mean, we brought in, Coach Reggie Bellamy was in just a few weeks ago. He brought that Kane pride never dies in with him. We've had you come in and speak, Bowen. We've had a lot of alumni over the years come in and talk to the boys and, in a way, tell their story, and through their story is an opportunity to teach character. We've got the 6 pillars here at the school. We've got 6 pillars, discipline and character and all those things that we're trying to instill in them. Again, the goal is that, look, football teaches a lot of life lessons. So we're going to actually talk about those life lessons. Here's what they are. And it's never long. It's 20 to 30 minutes. Occasionally we'll do small groups with them. And I'm not shocked because they really are a great group of kids, but I'm impressed with how they take the small groups really seriously when we do that. And they talk, they answer the questions, they record the questions, and then they get up front and share in front of the whole group.
And I think a lot of us, understand how, that translates, onto the football field. And I think at times, as fans and people who have been a part of the program, when we've had, good leadership, it translates to, what we're able to, to do on Friday night. And, of course, here we're 54-0, so we're all looking pretty good tonight,
yeah,
right,
feels good tonight. Yeah, it's not always as fun when we don't win and have to deal with certain things. But, I think helping kids learn to stay together through adversity, and we've even seen that this year and last year when we were down in some games and really had to stick together. And I think about Buchholz, really had to stick together, really had to keep playing. Those guys had to stay positive. The leaders stepped up and led. And it's just a neat opportunity to help them learn and grow and to hear from some of the history of Manatee High School football, some of the players that have come before them, because everybody that speaks in that room is somehow connected with Manatee High School over the years.
And I noticed one thing when I was there the other day. They, Coach Stollard always starts off by having the kids repeat how many total wins. So what are we at right now? Do you know?
I think isn't it 270?
No, 7.
7. Sorry, 270. I think it's 730.
Yeah, and
730 wins.
And for those who don't know, Manatee High School is still has the most wins in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
It does help that we've been around for 110 years playing football.
Right.
But you still got to win those games, and having those kids understand, what they're a part of, and they have the opportunity to add to that.
Yeah.
Every win counts. Every win goes in the record books, and it connects us all. I mean, I see a lot of old players here on the sideline.
Always. It's amazing how they want to be close to the program, even after they've gone on and had great success in college. A lot of them obviously come back and do coach. Some of them as volunteers, but you can always see them hanging on the fence if they can't get on the field. They want to be close to what's happening because it meant so much to them. And again, not just the football, but the locker room, the teammates, the things they learned. And it's interesting because when players like Kavius Price came back to coach, it was interesting because he goes, y'all still do character development? They're like, yep, we just started it back up. So even players that haven't been around that have gone off and come back ask about it. So we feel like it means something to them.
Definitely, and it's I was talking to one of the guys that was taking pictures here on the sideline, and he lives up in from the Hillsborough area and stuff, and he said, "Man, you guys really just have a great community here." Yeah. He goes, "I come to these games and I see it, and because of growth in certain areas up there in Hillsborough County, with new schools, private schools, everything coming up, they kind of get split up a little bit, and we've been able to kind of maintain that nucleus. Honestly, people like you, Jim, that have been a part of the program for decades, and those, we get to see, players come and go, coaches come and go, principals come and go, ADs come and go, and we're all grateful for everybody and the time that they spend here, but the community is still here.
No, absolutely. And I've never been around a program, and I did, youth ministry for 25 years, worked with a lot of different high schools, football. Of course, I've been here the longest, but I've never seen, the community support a school like this anywhere else I've been, anywhere else in the country. It's impressive, and you don't see it when we travel and we go to other schools and see other things. I mean, the community supports, they step up, and they really want to love and encourage the kids. I mean, and listen, we've had some rough seasons.
Yeah.
We're doing well now. We're excited about that, but we've persevered, and we're going to keep helping kids grow and learn, and you know what, become better young men and eventually better men.
Yeah, and that's it. And, it's something special to be a part of. And, my goal, and, I've always told everybody, these kids are only here for a very finite amount of time, and all the ancillary stuff that we do, with character development and all the supportive stuff is, what can we do to maximize, their our impact or their impact that they can have, going forward, representing the Manatee Hurricanes.
Right. No, absolutely. And like I said, the administration, the coaches, always been so supportive. I mean, it's something they really want, and their plates are full. Listen, they're doing the X's and the O's, and they're all coaches of high character, and they teach that as they coach. They exude that, and that's the way they live their lives. But I think it's been helpful. I think Coach Green has done a great job of having different people do different jobs, and it works just like it does on the football field. If everybody does their job, things just seem to flow, and you just have a better program. So it's a privilege to be a part of these kids' lives, to get to know them over the years, to watch them grow, to watch them struggle, to watch them grow. So it's a cool deal. And Bowen, thanks for what you do with the Booster Club and the guys that part of the broadcast group, and we have so much to be thankful for. We do, and we're about out of time here, and hope everyone's enjoying this this Friday night as your Manatee Hurricanes are up 54-0 to visiting Immokalee, and you're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football Radio.
Accidents happen every day, and no one expects that it's going to happen to them until it does. That's when your whole life can turn upside down. If you find yourself in that position, either from a personal injury or an on-the-job injury, you don't have to go it alone. Protect yourself with the team that's been protecting the rights of the injured in Bradenton and Sarasota for over 30 years. Legler, Murphy, and Battaglia. All injuries all the time. Contact them today by going to allinjurieslaw.com. That's allinjurieslaw.com.
Bose Imaging Centers are dedicated to bringing you the best quality radiology imaging available today. With locations in the heart of both Bradenton and Sarasota, Bose Imaging Centers are close to all major medical centers. And the over 4 generations of the Bose family healthcare experience will ensure you a comfortable and professional visit. Bose Imaging Centers, where quality and customer service are the standard. Online at boseimagingcenter.com.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion.
You go ahead and kill. We're getting this half started.
Every day that your black is beautiful.
Cord.
Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. If there's anything better than being smart,
Put this up.
it's being kind.
Should we put it up now? Should we put it up now? Or wait till after the game?
My dad wasn't around. And I remember riding a
Are you
bike,
kidding
falling
me?
off and cutting myself. And me never
Hey, game started back up. We need to get back here. Bowen went long.
children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
AM 930, The Answer.
Welcome back, Joe Canam Field, Hawkins Stadium. Start of the second half. Manatee leading 54-0. First and 10 Indians at their own 31-yard line. Germinal under pressure gets the ball away. He was under pressure by Jackson Peacher. Incomplete pass will bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, this has to go by pretty quick. Obviously, running clock. Can't do running clock in the first half there. Obviously up 54-0. But even incomplete pass, we'll see the running clock go. And even pressure right there from Germinal. Looked like it was Robinson there on the Jackson Peacher on the pressure.
It's time a handoff inside. It'll be Mixon. He'll bounce it out to the left and finally ran out of bounds Jamari Parker along with Dazon Barnes, who had the initial tackle. Parker helps clean things up. 5-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 5 for the Indians. Canes will move on to the region final next week. They'll await the winner of the Fort Myers Riverdale game. Last score we had, Fort Myers up 7-6.
Yep, 7-6 at halftime. Oh, we didn't go off. We did not. No, we did not go all the way off.
It's almost like you feel sorry for him. Our guy
Well,
never even moved.
Now 5 yards the easy way. Bring up a first down. 1st and 10 Indians. Germinal under pressure, sidesteps the first man. Now he's going to try and chuck it deep, looking for a man. Jamari Parker's there. Interception, Hurricanes. Jamari Parker back there like a center fielder, just hauls it in, and a turnover, and the Canes will take over at their own 19-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, just chucking it up there, trying to get actually really good pressure from Barnes again off the edge. And Germinal just trying to chuck it as far as he could throw. And listen, Jamari Parker's not going to drop that.
And Immokalee just cannot believe how they're getting manhandled, even with our second-team defense.
Mason Summer will bring the Hurricanes to the offensive line here. Canes will go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It will be Keith Smith in the backfield, offset to the right of Mason Summer. 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Manatee leading 54-0. Handoff to Smith in the backfield. No running room. It'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
I'd like to see Mason on a play like that. We've seen it a couple times in the end of the 2nd quarter, and now keep that ball because it's there. And, that would show that, get him a little bit of that experience in the reading it.
Yeah, that one I would have kept all day long because they're all going to crash towards the running back now, right? They're not going to respect the fact that he'll take off and run with it. If he does, he'll have quite a bit of running room in front of him.
I'll tell you a surprising score, by the way, is Tempe Tech 21-3 over Edgewater.
Wow. Time a handoff inside. Keith will bounce it out to the right across the 25 to the 30 to the 40 and finally drug down from behind.
And
a flag
on the wide
all
receiver.
The way out at the 30
No
yard.
way.
Yeah, but how do you have the guy right in front of it not
Doesn't
call
see
it,
it.
and the white hat that far away call it?
Don't throw that.
I mean, his hands were inside, never came out, and
No, it was a great
you're allowed
block.
to hold him. You're allowed to hold him as your hands don't come out, and he wasn't separated from him or anything.
Well, Keith will get credit for a 12-yard run, and then the hold will back it up 10. Takes it all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Fleming Island has made it a little bit closer on Lincoln, 16-13 in the 4th quarter.
We have a water break on the field. We'll take a timeout to hear from the FHSAA.
The Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate sponsors who help make the FHSAA Football Championship possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA, Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA. GoFan, official online ticket provider of the FHSAA. Herf Jones, the official championship ring partner of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA. And Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2024 FHSAA Football Championships.
54-0 our score here, 6:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. Canes was 2nd down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Caden White now in the backfield. Summer takes a snap, hands off to Caden up the middle across the 25 to 30,
nice
35, 40, 45, midfield to the 40 and run out of bounds in Indian territory at the 37-yard line, a 45-yard carry in the Canes 1st and 10.
Big run there from Caden White, by the way, freshman. good stiff arm for the right there, and he got the safety level. Just let his speed go from there.
Yeah, and we see that we're a team that's very mature and have some seniors, but we also have a lot of younger players that have got a lot of good playing time this year.
First and 10, Manatee at the Immokalee 37-yard line. Hand off to Caden White up the middle. He'll get it down to the 35, a 2-yard pickup. Caden will check out, and Keith Smith will check back into the ballgame.
Caden White now our leading rusher for the night, 61 total yards. Quick night for Keyshawn Smith. Only 6 carries, scored twice, 20 yards. Put him on the bench. All good.
Hey, rest them all up. Get ready for next week. 2nd down and 8 for the Hurricanes. Just under 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Mason takes the snap. He'll hand off to Keith to the left side. And Keith having a hard time finding any running room over there. Never actually went down, but forward progress was stopped. But nothing really opened up over there. Everything is collapsing down off that side.
And I don't know if Mason has the opportunity to pull it, but that was another one. If he was reading it, he would pull it. Because they sure don't think he's going to do it.
On that offensive line up front there now, you got Cooper Colby. You also have Rowan Benford. Third down and 11. This time a handoff inside is going to be Malik Bryant. Fought forward for a couple of yards. They'll bring up 4th down. Flag on the play right in the middle of the field. Illegal hands to the face by the defense. That penalty against the Indians. We'll see where they mark it off to. This is the one thing about a running clock. You get the penalties going, which I kind of like in these situations when games are completely out of hand. It'll help settle down any extracurricular activity. We haven't seen any of it so far, but after that penalty, it moves the ball all the way down to the Immokalee 21-yard line, 1st and 10 Hurricanes. And to me, it's a good way for the officials to control the game.
Yeah.
You throw the flags, even if they're kind of semi, it is what it is. You're just trying to get this game over with.
Yeah, you
right?
definitely don't want to get anything out of hand. I mean, we saw it last week, right? And you don't want to let anything get out of hand.
Time to hand off to Malik Bryant. Sidesteps, gets across the 20, down inside the 18, maybe to the 17-yard line, and the Canes in the Pinch Penny red zone. Pinch Penny, the perfect people for the perfect pool. For all your pool and spa supplies, go to Pinch Penny, 3500 Manatee Avenue West.
Pretty good vision there from Malik Bryant. Nothing was really there on the front side. Did a little jump stop, and he found him away for about 3 yards there.
2nd down and 7. Keith Smith back in the ball game. It's time to hand off to Keith to the right side. He was trying to get across the 15. He does, down to the 10. Ball came loose, and Immokalee will scoop it up. Turnover, and the Indians will take over at their own 15-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:02 to go in the third quarter. Manatee leading 54-0.
And just down, almost down right there. Just good job from Immokalee defender, just kind of ripping, stripping the ball there, but not what you want to see from the Hurricanes. But hope the defense comes back here. Maybe we can get a little turnover ourselves.
Yeah, and Keith was fighting for yards and kind of got turned around like he was going with his back to the goal line, and they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and the guy came in and really just did a great job at stripping the ball.
1st and 10 Indians at their own 15. Germinal throws in the flat, incomplete.
I just don't see their scheme on the offense here. I mean,
yeah, especially when it comes to passing play. I mean, they're not a passing team, and they start getting down from the scoreboard. It's going to be tough for them to kind of come back from that, and we've seen that obviously, since the onset of this first quarter.
2nd and 10. Immokalee from their own 15. It's time a handoff inside, and the running back across the 20-yard line where he's almost at the 21. They'll stand him up. They'll actually spot it at the 21. A.J. Early on the stop.
Yeah, great job there for the secondary. A.J. Early coming down and making the play from the secondary spot there. Only a freshman moved up from JV.
3rd down and 4. This likely will be the final play of the third quarter. This time, Germinal fakes the handoff inside. He'll keep it himself. He's going to have enough running room for the first down, and he'll run out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That'll be our final play of the third quarter. Canes leading 54-0. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer.
If you want a company that treats you and your family right, then you must be in Conley country. Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton is the proudest.
AJ, go ahead and run break 16 as well after this one. Run as much as you can. We're fine. See if we can catch up.
Tons of inventory, fair pricing, friendly service. GMC's Dealer of the Year, Conley Buick GMC. We are professional grade on Cortez Road West in Bradenton and at ConleyBuickGMC.com. Welcome to Conley Country.
Go Canes! Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory wish Manatee High School the best of luck this season. Brown & Sons have been your Manatee neighbor for half a century with 3 generations of service and caring professionals to guide your family through these difficult times. Featuring Trust 100 pre-planning to handle all your local...
Let's bring it back after this one.
Celebrate the game of football when the game of life must end. Depend on Brown & Sons Funeral Homes and Crematory to serve you. Online at brownsonsfuneral.com. AM 930, The Answer.
54-0 our score as we enter the fourth quarter of play here. The Canes leading. They will be moving on to the region final next Friday night here at Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium. This time Germinal throws it. It's going to be a reverse, and it's kind of a hook and lateral, really. I mean, throw it out, he just flips it back, and Eric Lewis on a stop along with A.J. Early.
Yeah, good job there. Look, here's a little scoring recap, or scoring update, Fort Myers up 14-6 over Riverdale. We obviously played the winner of that game, so we'll watch that as this fourth quarter goes on.
I know we've made several trips to play at Fort Myers and take on the Green Wave. I don't recall
think
them
I've ever
coming
been
here.
Yeah. If it was, no. I mean, I know after I graduated in 04, we went down there and played in the regular season. Played them in 07 before we played Cape Coral. I don't think they've ever been here.
Second
the Green
and
Wave.
10, ball thrown out in the flat and
Great
wrapped
tackle.
up immediately in the flat by Jackson Peacher. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd down and 9.
We do know when we go to Fort Myers, you can always count on some interesting officiating.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All the years I've been watching this, 36 years.
No doubt.
4 or 5 times.
My biggest recall of going to Fort Myers was we went there, and long time part of our broadcast in Eddie Mulock, somebody took his, what was the name of that buck that we had? It was all about Manatee.
Manatee Magic?
Yeah, the Manatee Magic buck. One of the guys came up there, they took it and never got it back, and he was distraught for years and years. We found him another one, but man, he was wanting to go back to Fort Myers just to find that guy.
Such a dark stadium, too.
Yeah.
Penalty on the play against the Indians. Backs them up 5 yards. I don't know what. There was no stoppage on the play, and I don't know why. Yeah, I think we thought there was a timeout. There wasn't. The clock's still running. So 3rd and 15 for the Indians.
Joshua Pineda, big number 77 there at nose tackle now.
This time an inside snap, and Izzy
Great
Lobe
tackle.
again. Big 55. They try to run a little trickery right there. Didn't work out very well. Picked up a couple of yards, but still well short of the first down. It'll be 4th and long
Dazon Barnes again on the tackle. Great open field tackle there for the Hurricanes. Brings up fourth down. Punting situation apparently for Immokalee. We don't have anybody return.
No, in this situation, all you
Yeah.
do is look for a fake, right? Go ahead and let him punt it away. No big deal. 9 minutes to play in our ball game. Again, next Thursday, we will be here for the Thursday Thanksgiving morning practice.
Best punt of the night.
Yeah.
Great punt, and it's going to hit and roll down inside the 25 and finally down at the 20-yard line. Best punt by Joseph all night long. But, yep, come out and join us Thursday morning. Watch the Hurricanes go through their Thursday walkthrough practice. And
fun time. Then go get your turkey and stuff.
Yep. Little breakfast action out here, and then we'll be on the air next Friday night, 7 o'clock, with the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff, and kickoff at 7:30. Taking on the winner of the Fort Myers-Riverdale game. Last score we had on that, Chad?
14-6.
14-6 Green Wave. Green Wave being Fort Myers. Jabari Sanders, the quarterback now for the Hurricanes. Malik Bryant set directly behind him. Sanders hands off to Bryant. He is stood up behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 3 on the play.
Some of the scores kind of in the playoff, 5A, especially us. Niceville losing to Point of View, just still 14-7. Which is pretty surprising. Tambay Tech still up on Edgewater, which I thought was going to be a really competitive game at 21-6. And I believe Lakeland is up on Gaither 27-13.
What do we got? Atlantic and St. Thomas.
Atlantic and Miramar is 35-29. Very close game in the fourth quarter.
Sanders rolling left under pressure, sidesteps the first one. He'll go down, sack inside the 10-yard line.
St. Thomas is up 46-18 in the fourth quarter. That game's over.
Yep, that game is over and done with. St. Thomas will move on, taking on the winner of the Atlantic game. I believe Atlantic beat them earlier in the year.
They did. They did beat them earlier in the year. So if Atlantic can keep Miramar at bay and win that game, that'll be a rematch in the regional final down there. Be a fun one to see, fun one to watch.
Javon Bailey in the backfield with Sanders, the quarterback. Sanders takes the snap. He'll hand off to Bailey as he fights forward for a yard or two. Six minutes to go in our ball game. Manatee leading 54-0. Hey, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, what a great weekend. It's going to be college football. The weather is absolutely perfect. Go sit outside, go out to the beach house and spend a little bit of time there. Eventually, all of the restaurants will be up and going again. We thank them for their sponsorship year-round, Sandbar, Beach House, or Mar Vista. And we got to stop at your play on the field. We'll take a timeout to hear from the FHSAA.
Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes its corporate sponsors who help make the FHSAA Football Championship possible. Team ID, the official merchandising company of the FHSAA, catering thirst quencher, Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA, Fan, official online ticket provider of the FHSAA, Herf Jones, the official championship ring partner of the FHSAA, the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA, and Wilson, provider of the official game ball for the 2024 FHSAA Football Championships.
54-0 our score here. 5:57 to go in the football game. The Canes on to punt. It'll be Braylon Miller to punt for the Hurricanes. Cohen Croft, the long snapper. Good snap by Croft, and Miller gets a good punt away Did hits, and now it's turning back the opposite direction. He had a little bit too much spin coming back this way. Landed around the 42-yard line, spun back, or 42, rolls all the way back to the Hurricanes 38. There's a flag in the back of the end zone.
Roughing the kicker. So I'd take it, because it can't be any worse than that.
I'd take it and repunt it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, march it off the 15. Yeah, you look forward to the next weekend. Thursday morning practice. Friday we've got a football game. And on top of that, you've got rivalry week in college football. So a lot of great games next weekend.
Yeah, nothing better.
High school Elite Eight taking place, followed by college football all over the place. So can't ask for anything better than that. From Friday all the way through Saturday, best time of year of
NFL
college football.
Games on Thursday.
Oh yeah. You got the MAC playing, so you got games, and we snapped it over his head, out of the back of the end zone
there
for a
goes
safety.
The goose egg.
We had a shutout set, but now it's 54-2 with 4 minutes to play here in the ball game. The Manatee Hurricanes will be back home next week. We continue this march towards the 5A state championship football game. And again, it's one game at a time, but so far the Canes have been absolutely perfect in the things they wanted to do tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could have scripted it any better than what we did. Obviously, the second half just kind of been coasting, putting our guys in, but I mean, 54-0 at halftime. I would have bet the house that would never happened. But it goes to show, and we talked about this in the podcast a little bit. Down there in the South area, Immokalee just didn't play some of the level talent that we played. I mean, I think that really the equal team they played was Naples. Naples beat them 47-0. So I kind of use that as the barometer as kind of look at this game and seeing where we could potentially line up and how equally matched we are. And I think Naples is very close to us. If not, we may be better than Naples. And so kind of score matches up identical to that. So, but you still got to play the game, right? You still got to come out and play the game. And I think we did a great job. I know defense was ready to get back on the field after giving up 26 points in the first half last week.
I think they were embarrassed last week.
They did a great job.
They know that's not the normal way they play. And you know what? They stepped up and they did what they had to do. Here we go. The free kick going towards the Indians. He'll return man from the 30. Gets across the 35 to the 40. Still on his feet across the 45. And finally drugged down from behind by Dazon Barnes. But not before he gets into Manatee territory with 2 minutes remaining in our football game. Should be just a couple more snaps, barring a big play, and this game will be over and done with, and we'll move on to next week. And hey, if the weather stays the way it should be and it's the way it's projected, we'll have beautiful skies next week for yet another game here at Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium.
Yeah, I think the crowd a little bit better than it was last week. I think next week you have a lot of people in town. You have a lot of family in town. Come out and see the Hurricanes in a regional final game. It's been a while since we host, so come on out and be a part of the action.
1st and 10, and handoff or a straight snap right there, and more of a wildcat deal, and gain of about a yard on the play. Just under a minute and a half to go. Hurricanes will improve to 9-1 on the season. Lone loss on the year to Lowndes. We spoke about it earlier, and I think that was kind of the one point we learned a lot. The next week you go to Buchholz, and I think that set the tone for where the Manatee Hurricanes have gone throughout the season.
Yeah, no question. I think you travel up to a perennial power in Georgia like Lowndes, and we played well. The score is not indicative of how well we played. And then you turn around and come back the next week against Buchholz, which has been a power in the state of Florida for several years, and you beat them there. And I think that really propelled us and really, from a team standpoint, could see how good we could be. and from then on, we've done what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, but we also got a little healthy. We were banged up at some times.
Oh, at the end of the season, we were very banged up. Right. We played the final game minus 8 starters.
Right.
Yeah. And I think we almost, we didn't have when Hurricanes hit and we kind of had some game cancellations. We couldn't find somebody. I think we all kind of sat around and said, listen, we're going to sit for 2 weeks and then play our first playoff game after 21 days. And that was last week, of course. But I think that was almost a blessing in disguise. Got some guys healthy. Didn't necessarily have to play those games. And obviously, we were a little rusty in the first half last week. We came back this week and really hitting on all cylinders.
Think of the last 6 quarters in play.
Yeah.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff, starting with Coach Green all the way down through the entire coaching staff, as well as the leadership on this football team from the seniors, et cetera, because you had a 10-day layoff, 18-day layoff, and a 21-day layoff, and we really didn't miss a beat in that time off.
Yeah, didn't lose any of those games, right?
Here we go, a reverse. Now Germinal's going to step. He's going to fire deep. He's got a man open, Jackson, and he's going to be short of the end zone down to the 1. 41 seconds, and they're hustling down there to try and get the ball in the end zone, and they're going to try and spike. I think, obviously, they want to get a touchdown, save a little bit of pride going down the stretch here, but
it's all academic.
Nice, another just trick play to make something happen, right? This time, and we have a flag on the play, offsides against the Hurricanes. 12 seconds running. And nobody's just going to take a time. The fans are yelling for it, and they are going to burn it. I'm surprised. 9 seconds left. I think for the pride of your own players, they want to score. I think you do it. So we're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. Just run a 30 on this one, AJ, just the First Southern.
Insured, equal housing lender.
AM 930, The Answer.
54-2, our score here. We got 1 play to go in this ball game. It's going to be Immokalee first and goal at the 1-yard line. Germinal, the quarterback. They'll snap it directly to Lobe, who will walk it in for the touchdown to make it 54-8. I don't even know if they'll bother with a point after. I think that'll do it. We're going to catch up on all of our breaks. We'll come back with the post-game report. Canes victorious tonight, 54-8. You're listening to the 2024 FHSAA Region Semifinal on AM 930, The Answer. Run them all. I'm going to go grab that crowd mic while we're doing this.